Hello, welcome. I'm RxOliver, these are my friends, and we're playing Coriolis, the Great Dark. This is the Flowers of Algorab, Session 9. Got with me tonight Max, David, Dave, and Brian. It's all yours, Brian, take it away.
Okay. Ship City is dying. And it's a pattern. Once, in the third horizon, a time that some among the diaspora still remember in stories told by history and family, humanity thrived for a while. Then the Portal Wars, invasions from both the first and the second horizons erupted across the third. And the decision was made to collapse the portals to the previous horizons, cutting the third off from the rest of humanity, leaving them isolated. Centuries later, the Zenith arrived, the sister ship of the Nadir. The Generation ships launched from their original home, Al-Ardha, Earth. Though the fate of the Nadir was unknown, the Zenithians brought new technologies, new people, and new life to the third horizon, with their crowning achievement being the construction of Coriolis Station, the new heart of humanity floating above the blessed jewel Kua. Despite all this, tension still grew with the first come, those that first found and settled the third horizon, as is the way of humanity. Though perhaps while there were powers in the third horizon, the icons that many revered, it was the corrupting influence of the dark between the stars that fomented strife. This strife is what thrust people of the diaspora into the long traverse, hoping to escape the struggle and war they left behind. And while Ship City is dying, it seems the troubles of the third horizon have truly been left behind. Perhaps there is hope. So, last session, some of our group of intrepid explorers dealt with finding the Builder tablet. A small's the wrong word. Probably about, 1.5 by a foot tablet of black stone, deeply graven with symbols, including obviously a few builder symbols, sigils.
The one that I have on screen currently.
Did you pull it up on screen? It's also on the
on the landing page.
Page
yeah, that's what I have up currently. It's that exact one, isn't it?
Yeah. So they found that in the possession of Gar Budaleb, who seemed to not really understand that is why he was the target of many of the goings-on that were currently going on. They escaped the Razad, which found itself under assault by Zapti assault troops, and took Gar and the tablet to Master Muska at Vermilion House, the home of the explorers, to essentially beg for his protection and to show Muska the tablet. Muska requested that they maintain the tablet and look further into the situation, but because of their quick, in fact only 3 days, roughly 4 days, resolution of finding the tablet and learning more about the death of Najar, she gave everyone a bonus in pay on top of their monthly wages. So that's where we find ourselves, not as pressed for time. Edris, Oziel, and Rico return to their shuttle to get some rest. Oziel was nearly severely wounded. He didn't actually go down to 0 health, so he didn't actually take an injury, but very, very winded, very, very tried by that experience. As were Edris, who was on the verge of losing hope. In fact, did lose hope for a moment in the middle of the session. And they returned to the shuttle in the evening of the 15th of Eridani to find, I assume, Osric, who had returned to the shuttle earlier with Garita.
Correct, because I had to leave on the Tusk when the rest of the party didn't return from the Razad. So I have come back to the shuttle, and I am resting and preparing to go and see second servant Nema tomorrow and investigate the death of the first servant, with the help of my buddies when they get back.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Obviously, I am shocked by their condition when they return. Good Lord, what happened?
Bad boys, bad
Okay,
boys.
yeah, you see me a little messed up. I have a big old hammer on my back. I'm like, nothing, found a new tool.
What did we call them?
The Zapti turned up.
Zapti Z something something. The Zapti. They've got a name.
Sorry.
Assault officers, ZAOs.
Yeah, ZAO,
I believe.
ZAO.
ZAOs. Zapti assault officers.
Good Lord.
We managed to get off.
And Edris shot one.
Has anyone got any
Now
contacts with the Zapti? Can we find out
to be
why
clear,
they were there?
Garita did, but
Garita
Garita's not
does.
here. To be clear, none of you actually killed any Zapti, right? Just to recover.
No, we knocked them out. We didn't kill anybody.
Right,
They didn't
just
seem
to
to be
go over the
chasing us
rules. Reducing someone to 0 health doesn't necessarily kill them. You have to intentionally kill someone if you want to. And nobody did that. But Dave makes a good point. They don't seem to have been chasing you specifically. They pointed at Gar and said, "There he is, get him." But they did not appear to be there looking for you specifically. That doesn't mean that they didn't recognize you. I think that's what you're assuming right now. That may be correct.
Well, they said there he is, not there they are.
Well,
they did seem to go for
true.
Were the party in their delving suits or exo suits or whatever?
They were.
We were.
Would any of you have taken your helmets off? That's not something we ever covered.
Well,
No,
we
we kept all our helmets
because
on.
we were going in and out. To go into that ship, we were in and out of atmosphere because there's no atmosphere out at Hull Town.
Yeah.
So we were going in and out of atmosphere, so we were all within suits the whole time.
You did chill out with Gar in his quarters for like 6 hours, though, so I imagine you probably took your helmets off at the very least.
Yeah.
But then you may have put them back on when you started to escape.
Well, we definitely had our helmets off
shit hit the
because
fan.
Idris had a face full of choo-choo or whatever it's called. Meow meow or Sarah, that's the one.
Sarah, yeah. It's
But
now
let's
called
face
Meow
it,
Meow.
When you heard the gunfire, etc., oh dear, how do you?
Yeah,
get
I imagine they
protection?
probably.
Put your helmet back on.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
question
first
is,
thing we did, I think.
Was there anything obvious about their suits to reveal who they were?
So, unless you took steps to cover it or remove it, all of your suits, I would imagine, have
branded.
Oh yeah, we've got our explorer's badge,
and your crimson.
The Crimson
what do you call it?
Raiders.
The Crimson Raiders. Yeah, the Crimson Raiders patch.
If I will say, if there's any kickback to this, if there's any knockback, we can play dumb and say we were there for not, what would you say, not nefarious. Well, we weren't even there for nefarious reasons. We were there, and it just kicked off. So we just ran, and we were attacked, and we defended
you
ourselves.
can do that.
We never stole any of their weapons,
Only if
did we,
prompted.
Max?
No.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. That's like I've always had this hammer.
I've always
You
had that.
actually took weapons from
broken sword and
the
broken gun as
Razad,
well.
not from them.
But yeah, well, we took from Razad and we left.
The weapons
we
you took
did,
from
we
the
left them.
Razad.
We left them, we left the weapons there at the door.
We did actually, yeah.
We didn't take them with us.
Not all
left-
of you.
No, you left the
No,
rifle.
Not all of them.
You left the rifle. I've still got the handgun and the sword. They're broken. They need fixed, but I've got the gun and the sword.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I can fix anything. My job. Let me fix it.
So, they would have returned late at night. So you all, I think, would probably, even though Osric is probably rested, I would imagine you would all then go ahead and just take the night shift to sleep, and possibly the early morning shift, the 12 a.m. shift as well. So we're going to move ahead to 6 a.m. on the 16th. That's going to give everybody 2 shifts to recover. As a reminder, what that means is you get to roll 2d6 to restore hope.
Okay.
Okay.
1d6 per shift. And then you also recover 1 health and 1 heart per shift.
Oh, that rolled 4. Well, what was the first 2? A 1 and a 2. That gives me 3. I only need a 3 back anyway. That's fine.
Oh, you rolled the d6, not 2d6. But we'll take the first 2. You got 3 back,
Yeah.
right? Which is
I only
what you
need
needed anyway.
only needed 3. Yeah, it's the health I'm more.
Edris
concerned
gets
with.
8,
Yeah,
Nice.
full back up.
which
to
probably fills you up.
hope. It does.
It's a nice roll.
I don't know if was Rico down any hope.
Yeah, he was down to 1, I
yes.
think. Oh, what a
He
roll!
gets 12, so that's probably full.
Nice.
That,
And yeah,
wait,
I think
did you say that was health or hope, Brian?
that's hope. Health, you
Alright,
only
that
get
was hope.
1 point of health and 1 point of heart per shift. So
I didn't
you
get
get
hard.
We'll get
2 points of
health.
health. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And again, that's just something you have to recover over time, right?
Right.
It's
okay.
an automatic. You get 1 health and 1 heart every shift that passes.
So that
essentially.
answers the conversation we had earlier, David, about we're going to the obelisk right away. No, because I've got 3 health.
Oh yeah, probably
No,
not going
it
to the
won't.
obelisk right away.
Well, no, it's not the obelisk. We have a job to do.
We've got your.
Investigating the death of my master.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to go check out. Yeah. So is that what we're doing? Are we? Well, I guess I could start us off in Aluminium Bay, which is where
Aluminum
your
Bay.
ship
That was
is.
that was weird hearing you say it like that. I've been
It
practicing
really
the
was.
American
That's
way.
why I smiled.
I've been practicing the American way. Aluminum.
Aluminum.
So you guys are in Aluminum Bay on your ship. It is the morning of the 16th, 6 a.m. ish ship time, right? Because there's not like an actual day-night cycle specifically. So what are you doing today?
I
know
think
what-
I had arranged with second servant Nema that we would see her at the second shift. Was that not correct?
I believe that's the case. Yes, second shift. So
So-
first
so-
shift
so-
is open.
Yes. So if everyone wants to do anything with experience, that's probably the best time to think about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still
think
keen to
so.
rest, but I could also do something that's not too strenuous, because we're only enough time to do one,
Well,
right?
Yeah, you get to do 1 per shift, right? So shopping or, finding a trainer, you've got 6 hours until noon, essentially.
So I want to spend 5
So-
XP on the talent artifact specialist. You get 1
Nice.
plus
Okay,
die per talent level to comprehend artifacts. So, I
so
wanna find
where
someone
would
to teach
you
me that.
look for someone to train you in this?
Where's I need the main map. How do I get to the main map from here? Hang on.
Click on the little icon to the left of the name, Aluminum Bay. That'll take you back to the main map.
Oh, what would be my options? I mean,
Well, I could give you some suggestions. I mean, you could always go to the Explorers Guild and probably do some research there. Potentially,
yeah, I mean,
you
I'll
could go
probably
to.
just go straight to the Explorers Guild, actually.
Okay. So yeah, spend some time in the library in the Explorers Guild looking at whatever records the Explorers Guild has,
Yeah, that's a nice,
books,
easy one, actually.
notebooks, journals about, builder artifacts. Sure. So that'll get you.
That's mine done.
Are the rest of you going to use any experience?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find someone to teach me the pugilist talent.
I thought
So
you had
that
already
would
done
be-
pugilist.
No, he did the Dirty Fighter.
No.
Think-
I think maybe Garrida's got it.
I know Garita's got it. So sadly,
Yeah.
Garita's not here, so she's not able to teach you.
No, so I'm thinking the haze. Someone in the haze.
Who would you look for?
Backstreet.
I mean, there are, like, Ship City has, for lack of a better term, fight clubs.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm thinking. Like back alley fight clubs or.
So, like, down in the Haze, or possibly even in Corrosion Bay.
Go with the haze.
It takes you
'Cause I know-
some time to find one.
Because I know the area as well. We've been there a couple of times now.
Right. And so, are you going to take part? Or are you just going to watch to learn?
I can take part. Give it a go.
If you take part, you could win some money.
Oh yes, I'll take part. Why
If you
not?
just watch, you just learn.
Very quick question before you two get balls deep into that. If I'm just studying, if I'm just in a library space reading, can I gain 1 health back, or do I have to be resting to gain a health back?
Yeah, you will also gain another health. You automatically gain 1 health and 1 heart every shift.
Okay.
And so since your whole shift is spent there, we don't really have to worry about anything else. You just get another health back. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, so I just got to remember to keep telling you guys at the end of a shift, everybody get a health and a heart, right? Like, it's just got to get used to that. All right, so Dave, if you're going to take part in the fight club, then what I would like you to do is to make a unarmed attack roll that I am going to counter. And it's only going to be essentially kind of like 1 round of combat, but it will kind of encapsulate the whole bit, right? So
Is this just a base unarmed roll, no bonuses or anything?
Yeah,
like
you're
that?
not allowed to use weapons, so you can't use your brass knuckles if you have any.
I do, but I won't use them.
Yeah, you can't. So, whenever you're ready, it'll be unarmed plus strength.
Oh, nice roll, Dave.
1, not bad. You actually beat them, so you're going to get 100 ruck for your winnings.
Sweet.
Nice.
And you're not going to lose any health or anything like that, but it does, you go through several rounds. You don't quite make it to the championship spot of this particular ring, but you do fairly well for yourself, and you're paid out 100 ruck, and you can take that talent, pugilist.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Rico, how about you?
I don't think I need pack mule just yet. I think I'm gonna work on the pole arms and just practice swinging with my weapon.
So, for pole arms, there is someone that you personally know that you could go to visit to learn pole arms. Don't you have a contact who is a hull guard?
Yes.
So hull guards are famously known to carry halberds and be trained in their use while they're their on their rounds. So if you want to, it'll take time because I mean, I guess you probably know where he lives, and what his shift is. So yeah, you hunt down, what's his name?
Hema QU.
Okay, so you go looking for Hema, and after a while, you're able to find him. Maybe at his favorite coffee shop, or maybe you find him still at his place for breakfast, right? Because it's early, and you ask him for some pointers on how to use it. I assume you took the sledge with you?
Oh yeah.
It's not a firearm. You can carry it in the streets. People might look at you a little weird, but
yeah, he's using that one.
So yeah, he invites you in. He, as a hull guard, which is essentially like a position within the Navigators Guild, he actually has a fairly nice home on the first circle of the chasm. And so he takes you in, and not only does he have like a nice kind of studio apartment type area, but he actually has a sparring arena in his home that he uses to train, and that he also, you've known him for a while, so you know that he actually trains some of the local youth in defensive tactics and things like that on the side. Like, he's just a generally good dude. And so yeah, he's like, yeah, more than happy to teach you the rudimentaries of polearm use. He's like, but you're gonna have to put that down. We're not gonna start with that. And he's pointing at your power sledge.
What? He's sitting like, fine. He sits it
And
down.
he tosses you a training staff that you're going to use.
Okay.
And yeah, you spend a few hours working out with him in the morning. Maybe take a few breaks there for refreshment. And he invites you to break fast with him and so forth. And so yeah, you can go ahead and take Polearms 1.
Noise.
David, do you have anything you want to work on in this first shift?
Well, I've actually got more time available, I think, because
You do actually.
You only need.
So the question is, I'm trying to figure out what I'm best equipped for under insight, perception, or logic. What talents are based around those?
Insight, perception, and logic. You're probably looking more at knowledge talents. There are insight talents, of course, bird handler and intuition.
Have you got the?
I already have bird handler at 3.
I know.
Have you got?
Yeah,
the,
right.
And you don't really want me to take intuition, do you?
Do you know how to find the table with them all on, David? The easy one to go through. If you
Yeah,
go
I'm
to,
not a super fan of intuition, honestly.
If you go to compendium
I
packs,
thought
David.
as much, which is why I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
If you go compendium packs, David, and then go to the second one down, talents. That's the easiest way to find them all in a usable list.
Well, I'm looking at the core mechanics with the lists, but it doesn't say which particular.
This is much better for navigating. So if you go to the compendium packs option, which is next to settings, and then go to the talents
Hang
thing
on,
there,
I'm
the
just
second
going
one
to
down.
show it. I'm just going to show it.
Yeah, that's the one.
There you go. Core mechanics, click on talents. That'll take you to it. Here's one that you might want to consider. Do what you want, but if you're looking at yourself as more in like a support role, there is nurse under the recovery talents. If you spend a shift caring for a patient, they heal 2 points of damage instead of 1, assuming they are resting. You can care for a number of patients equal to your logic score.
Oh, right, fine. Well, in that case, yes, given the condition that most of this lot returned in, fine. In that case, is nursing training available from the Explorers Guild, given how dangerous our job is?
Yeah, I think they would probably have medical staff on hand that could work with you and let you sit in the evening. In fact, what I'll even do is I'll say that you would have been able to do that while they were gone in the last session, right? So I'll let you do that now, and then if you want to, or I'll let you have done that before they got back, and then you can either spend some more experience and learn a different trait in the evening, or you could have spent the evening taking care of Oliver. Right.
Yeah.
In which case, Oliver would have 1 more health returned. Just the 1,
So
though, because
Oh, no,
you
I
can't
can
take
only
care of
take
each other
turns
while you're
once.
sleeping, and you know it
Superb.
doesn't work if you're just walking around doing stuff. Okay, so that's nurse. But now during this shift, if you have more experience to spend, if you're interested in other
No,
stuff,
I don't.
oh,
don't.
that's it for you. Okay, fair enough. Now, while
Okay,
we're talking
so
about
how do I-
experiment spends, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, how do I add nurse?
You can drag
So,
it
are you
over.
looking at the core mechanics page with all the talents
You go to
that
your,
I shared?
go to your talents page on your character sheet and open up the thing. You can drag it over. If you do it from the compendium packs way, anyway, I know it works that way. That's what I just did.
Well, and I'm here. I can do it too if you want me to just do it.
Yeah, just have the right bit of your sheet
Um,
open. You can drag it over, like it's equipment.
Find
So-
nurse. I don't want a musician.
I've just done artifact specialist. Idris is just done
Nurse is under
pugilist.
recovery talents.
Rico's just done polearms, and Ozrik is just done nurse. Are they all level 1 for everybody? Yeah.
Yeah, they would be level 1 for everyone.
Nurse. Right.
And so, yeah, you should just be able to grab that little briefcase icon, pull it over. Yep, you got it. And it's already set to 1, so you don't need to... Oh, it's not set to 1. Oh, because it doesn't have... It's not a tiered one.
Some of them
You just
don't
buy
have
it
tiers.
once.
Yeah.
Ah,
Um,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Like smart and things like
Okay.
that.
So you don't have
that's
to
fine.
worry about that. Yeah. Okay, so that is that. Now, before we get into gameplay, there was some discussion. Max, you brought it up, and it's worth taking a look at. Before we move on, we might want to look at crew points, because
Oh
currently
yeah, they have some.
you have a total of 9 crew points. And as far as what you can spend those on, so the first thing you can spend them on is the bird, in which case there are a couple of different options you have open to you. You can... Let's... If I can find it.
Increase the energy of the bird.
Yeah,
Says
you can
hopefully.
increase its energy, its health,
We would define
and
this.
buy new abilities for it. Page 29. So it's 5 crew points to have the bird learn a new power of its type. You can also... learning power outside of its type costs 10 crew points. For 5 crew points, you can also increase the maximum health or energy of the bird by 1. Now, you can also improve your vehicles at the costs indicated on the appropriate list, 202, 112. They vary quite a bit depending upon what you want to do with them, right? So, as far as the shuttle... Go ahead, Oliver.
I was just gonna say we didn't have anything we immediately wanted to do in terms of upgrading either of the vehicles, did we? So we could spend it on the
What
bird.
stands out? No.
If you
think the
wanted to
bird's
spend
more
it on the
useful.
bird, you can. I won't.
Are
Your
there
vehicles
any
aren't.
powers that would be useful? Sorry, my apologies.
Sorry, I was just gonna say the vehicles won't come into play a lot in the really at all in the rest of this chapter, but I won't say that your vehicles won't be important in later chapters in this campaign, because they absolutely will be.
Yeah.
I think
nothing
we've
stands
used
out
the
for them.
bird quite a few times already, haven't we? And we might need ashes again when we go to the obelisk.
I think maybe buffing and
Or
upgrading
when
the
we
bird
go
a
to
little
the
bit.
this
delve
chapter.
from the obelisk.
Yeah.
If yeah.
Upgrade its
So,
health or its energy.
just to
one
give
of
you an
those.
idea, you can all. Oh, they already have all the basic powers. So Spectre powers include Fetch, which is for all. The bird flies away and fetches a clearly visible regular object up to extreme range. Dimensional flitting. The bird opens a portal to a location where it has been in the past day. The maximum distance to the location in zones equals twice the number of successes rolled. The portal lasts for just 1 round, and any object the size of a human or smaller can pass through, including the bird itself.
We can make portals. The bird can open
Enshroud.
portals human size.
Yeah, but zones aren't that big.
It's-
Keep that in mind. It's useful in a delve if you want to quickly bypass a few zones, but... Sorry, go ahead, David.
Enshroud, Ashes already has Enshroud.
Oh, Ashes has Enshroud. Okay, Flicker Field. The bird creates a field of flickering reality, fully protecting one explorer from all incoming ranged attacks until the end of the round.
Handy.
Each extra success means one more explorer in the zone is protected. Glyph Warden. As a reaction, the bird blocks an effect of a glyph affecting an explorer. Extra successes mean more explorer in the zone is protected. Phoenix Engine. If broken or even dead, if killed within the last shift, the bird comes back to life and regains all its health. This is an exception to the rule that birds cannot use powers when broken. So if you want Ashes to just not ever die.
That might be quite handy.
So that's available. Delve Dream. The bird sends a dreamlike vision about the current delve, helping the explorers find a safer passage through the tunnels. Explorers can delve 3 zones before triggering an event, no matter the result of the delving roll. That's actually pretty big. And lastly, at least in the core book, is Soul Delve. The bird merges with an explorer's mind, giving them rest and rekindling their hope. The explorer regains all lost hope, even if broken by despair.
That's
That
big.
sounds like a winner.
That
Yep.
sounds very
That's a
useful.
big one.
Is that any explorer, Brian, or
There
is
was-
that just?
Oh yeah, no, that's any explorer. All
sorry,
of these abilities that
those are-
say an explorer is any explorer. It's just that if there's a roll to be made, David
was-
is the one making
There was
it,
a few you
'cause
never
David
mentioned,
is-
Brian. I wonder if I'm looking at a different book, but there's Raptor's Call, Energy Bridge. There is other ones here.
Those are for different types. Your bird is a specter.
Right. Oh yeah,
If
type
you want
all,
to take
yeah,
one of
type,
those other
type,
ones,
type,
that's going to
yeah,
cost
yeah.
10.
See it.
I just went
yeah,
through the
yeah.
ones that only cost 5.
But that Soul Delve, that one they were all saying is really handy. That's our type. We're Spectre type, right?
Spectre is Soul Delve, yeah.
Yeah, that looks a really
Well,
good
I
one.
think
Also-
Soul Delve sounds really useful, correct?
The
think so.
immortality one looks very handy as well, so the bird can get brought back to life if it dies. That's very handy too. But that Soul Delve, very handy for all of us.
Well, how much crew experience are we spending on the bird?
I think it was 5 for one.
Well,
of
you
them,
only
isn't
have
it?
9
5 bird
currently,
talents.
so you only...
In that
it's
case,
gonna
if
be
we
five.
spend, okay, if we spend 5, that will give us Soul Delve, and then
Yep.
if Edris suffers problems again, we can bring it back.
I love how they're pinning it on you. We have
He's
to
not
take
wrong.
Soul Delve because of
He's not wrong.
Endress.
In case Edris gets in trouble. Aye, I love it.
My hope is.
Well, it means that
low.
Ozil and I don't have to talk to anyone.
Let's do that. Let's buy
That's funny.
Soul Delve for the bird.
Soul Delve. Okay, so somebody
would-
reduce your crew points to 4.
Would you
And
mind
I
adding
will
Soul
move.
Delve to
Yep, I got
history?
it. It's on there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
No, that's Soul Delve, yes.
Okay. So, technically, I think you do maybe have enough points for some of the fittings, the shit fittings and stuff, but you guys can look at that
I
out of
think.
game. That's
I
not
think wait until we've got
anything
5
we can
again.
do. But if you want to
and look
focus
at,
on the bird,
yeah, I think wait until we've got 5 again, and then you've got a lot more options to look at. You can look at the bird options. We
Yep.
only need one more crew point to be able to do another one of those.
So, that's pretty much everybody's first shift there. So, second shift, are we going to head to First Servant Kurr's home to take a look?
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
That is if Osric wants us all to go with him.
I would be very grateful for your help in finding the who's done this to my master. I mean, it's probably Davudon, but let us not prejudge.
Okay. So, in that case, you can click on the icon to the left of the Aluminum Bay title to go back to the map of Ship City. And then if you want, you now have access of clicking on the number 13, which is the inner sanctum, the inner home of the Coriolites in Ship City.
Can I spend the last period before then showering, doing my hair, making sure my mask is nice and clean and polished?
Absolutely.
How do I go back to the main map again if I've come off it?
Are you on Aluminum Bay?
Yes. How do I go back to
the little icon to the left of the title Aluminum Bay, you click on that, and that'll take you back to the map.
And what did you say it was number 13?
Number 13 is the inner sanctum.
Nice.
So, the inner sanctum, obviously Osric has been here. None of the rest of you in your entire lives would have been here yet. You would have had no reason to be. It is one of the few sections of the city that ostensibly, I mean, obviously you're not sure because no one knows all of the ways in and through and about the city, but any of the known entrances into the inner sanctum are guarded by Coriolite guards in resplendent armor, wielding halberds and antique-looking coiler rifles. Always at least two. Obviously, there appears to be no issue with them being so armed in Ship City. As you approach, the guards kind of step in the way, even noticing Mirmibo. And you can tell, obviously they're wearing masks, but you can tell behind their masks, they're kind of like looking at the rest of you, like, what are you all doing here? So, Osric?
I shall greet them in the appropriate Coriolite manner and state that I am a former servant of First Servant Kurr, and we are here to assist Second Servant Nema in investigating his death. We arranged with her to arrive in second shift, and she stated I could bring my assistants to help with the investigation.
So one of them reaches up and taps his mask in a couple of places, and Osric would know this, but some people in certain stations, particularly guarding and things like that, they would actually have kind of like heirloom tech tablets worked into their masks so that they have like a HUD with information and things like that that they can see. So clearly he's accessing that, and he says, yes, indeed, Mirmibo. It says here you were to have potentially 4 companions and a bird.
I pat Ashes on my shoulder and explain that one of my companions had a family emergency and is therefore unable to attend.
So they shall not be following behind.
That is correct.
Very well. The three of you, and he looks at each of you for a moment, and again you see him pressing some studs on the side of his mask, possibly scanning you, possibly taking pictures of your faces. And he says, very well, the three of you have a pass into the district for the day. Are any of you, and you notice that he's specifically looking at the three of you, not Osric. Are any of you carrying weapons of any kind?
I will step forward and say, I am. I wasn't supposed to, and I didn't mean to. It was out of mind, out of sight. I'm happy to turn it over to you.
And what is it?
It is a fusillade pistol.
Precarious, carrying that through Ship City.
It, like I say, it was a mistake. I forgot that I had it on my person, and I shouldn't have brought it with me today.
He kind of chuckles behind the mask. He says, "It's no matter for us. If you would produce it, please."
I'm also carrying one.
So he reaches into his vest and pulls out like a small disc and attaches it to your pistol. And as soon as he attaches it to the pistol, obviously these are kind of sci-fi type weapons. They have power supplies, things like that.
It sort of thing.
Yeah, you can tell that it's been disarmed. And he does the same with Oliver's pistol. And you, sir? He turns and looks at Rico.
Oh, he has his sledge on his back. It's like, all I got is this.
It is a powered device, is it not?
Yes.
I'm afraid I have to disable it as well.
Okay.
He's waiting for you to hold it out. He's not going to take it out. Okay.
No, he just sets it on the ground.
Oh, okay. I assumed you had it on your back or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, he puts a disc on that as well. Very well, gentlemen. Mirmibo, you may proceed. I assume you know the way.
Is second servant Nema in first servant Kurr's quarters?
I've been informed that second servant Nema is currently in process of dealing with the estate and the effects and the position itself. She has given you access to his quarters. It will recognize your thumbprint and allow you entry.
I thank him formally in Coriolite phraseology, whatever.
Sure. He does the same, and welcomes you all to the district. As you enter, very shortly, you're in kind of a tight corridor. I mean, this is deep within the asteroid. Obviously, the tunnels have been worked and cut out. They're quite smooth here. A lot of extra care has been taken with the carving and the polishing of even this tight corridor entering, but very quickly it opens up, and what you see before you is opulence. This district is rich in life. You can see many people walking around, all masked. You see no one not wearing a mask, aside from the three of you. There are canals of crystal blue water flowing in between some of the buildings. Some of them are smaller, some of them are larger thoroughfares. They do not appear to be used for travel. They are just there to be there, it seems. It's all quite beautiful. And above, you can see the stalactites hanging from the ceiling of this large, apparently natural cavity that was used to build this particular district. Among the stalactites up above, here and there are what you can only imagine, you can't be sure because of the light that they're shedding, but glowing orbs that have been placed there for when it is daytime. as it is now for them to light up the district. Yeah, so it doesn't take you long to get to First Servant Kurr's apartments. He's off one of the main thoroughfares, off one of the primary canals, and as was promised, if Osric, you approach the door and place your thumb on the door handle, which it would naturally would be the place to place it, you can hear the soft click of the lock as it recognizes your thumbprint.
I shall open the door and warn the others that this is a cherished place. Please treat it with respect.
Keep your shoes and your shirt on.
Yeah, he treks in mud, saying sorry.
I love that you opened with that, because Osric, as you push open the door and step inside, wow, that music was a perfect change too. I think I'm going to have you suffer lose a point of hope.
Ooh.
As the chambers are in a wrecked state. Furniture is overturned and broken. On one wall, there is a clear imprint where someone's body has been thrown and crashed into the tile and plaster and made an imprint of their body. On the floor, just below that, you can see it wouldn't be tape, but whatever they use on Ship City, an indication of where First Servant Kurr's body fell and was found deceased. And the place has been ransacked. His libraries have all been almost maliciously torn from their shelves, and books just hurled haphazardly all about and piled on the floor. His living chamber is utterly destroyed. The silks that were used in the canopy and the screens of his luxurious bed have all been torn and ripped down. This isn't just a murder. This is an affront to First Servant Kurr and any who care for him.
I stagger back and in horror, and I'm gasping and holding my chest, and I had thought it was a simple murder. This is sacrilege. Please, I say to my friends, do all you can to help find who carried out this crime.
I'll gesture to Osric and say, do you want to wait outside while we have a look around?
Well, my memory may be useful. I can tell you how things were before this happened, so we can determine how things have been moved and thrown.
Well, take a minute to gather yourself. Obviously, this is not an easy thing for you to experience.
No, I look inside again, and it's...
Is there blood, or is it just the wreckage? There's not actually a blood splatter across the floor. You said there was you could see where a body had been thrown against stuff, but there's not like a big blood splatter.
Well, I've given you the basic information. If you want to learn more, we're going to need some investigation rolls.
Okay, I've got a talent for that.
Yes.
And you need to tell me where you're looking. So basically, also just to give you an idea, there is his sleeping chamber, there is a sitting room, there's a library / office, and there is a dining room / kitchen.
Well, before we actually go in,
Mhm.
I suggest that I ask Ashes to do a blight scan.
Good idea.
See if there are
Oh.
any traces of
Oh,
stuff like that old technology, or
Right.
that
Any bits of cobweb on the wall or
spider's web?
something in the corner. Yeah.
Sure.
I,
Give me a bird
I
handling
will
roll.
Ask.
Very unlikely for you to fail it, but let's see it. Max, do you want to be here in the scene, or are you looking at something else?
Oh no, he's keeping watch. He's making sure, like, nobody comes through. He's letting the people who do their job to, like, to search. He's mostly just keeping a watch out in case somebody comes in.
No, I meant like it doesn't look like you're looking at the same thing as the rest of us are. Do you? Like, I don't know what screen you're on, but it doesn't look like you're at the inner sanctum with the rest of us.
Oh, I don't think I am.
Here, I'll just pull you here.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Should I?
Yeah.
What attribute should I use?
Oh, intuition.
Insight?
Or
Insight,
sorry,
insight.
insight. It's insight generally with the bird. Yeah. I don't know why I keep wanting to say intuition with this game. It's insight. Oof, man, so many dice in just one success. But
One
that's
point,
enough.
yeah.
Succeed.
That is a success. So you're using scan, right? That's a bird power,
Blight
isn't it?
scan.
Blight scan.
Yep.
So I do want to remind you, it does cost energy to do things like that. So you're going to want to tick off a point
Not
of
blight
energy.
scan.
Oh, it's not?
No, not blight scan.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. No energy points. Okay. So, yeah, Ash is much more used to using this ability in larger spaces with delves. Doing a quick scan of just the apartment is no issue. Well, and I think Ashes is also smart enough to recognize you'd want the apartment and like any entrances to the apartment scanned, right? So windows, doors,
Correct.
areas directly outside of them. And yeah, he does a scan and he informs you through the Garuda device that he is not currently picking up any blight. No remnants, nothing.
Including that sense that he got of something that had come from blight, like that spider's web.
Correct. So
No sign of
nothing
that?
like the spider's web either. No. And if we're honest, that does kind of make sense to you because those spiders would not have been able to do what it looks like somebody did to First Servant Kurr's body, i.e., hurling him across the room into
But
the wall.
but he was covered in tiny little blotches, little marks, so we suspect that something like that could have done something like that to him. They didn't throw him through a window, but they've maybe done something like that. Thousands of them, maybe. We were theorizing.
Someone could
Well,
throw him
maybe.
out a window.
That was Najar, if you'll recall, though. So First Servant Kurr,
Oh yeah.
you haven't seen any kind of autopsy on him yet.
Yeah.
I
We
don't
anything
know
about his death.
if I don't think.
I don't know whether I don't know whether I can get access to that, but certainly.
I mean, you
this
you
room-
would be able to, if it is something that would be normally done with the Coriolites. I need to make a decision on if that's something that would even be done. I think in the case of a murder, which this clearly seems to be, it probably would be done. So you would just need to contact Nema to get access to that information.
Understood.
If it's been done yet, even.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they could have. Would his body be sent to the one area of the dead that we originally started out in the game?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it now. I know the thing you mean.
The Well of Souls.
That's it, the Well
all
of
the
Souls.
souls. Yeah.
So,
In
are we
that
going to get
case,
an
we
investigation
enter
roll
the
from
room.
anybody else?
Yes, I'm going to investigate
Yeah,
the
I'll
office.
search the library.
I'll do the office.
Oh, are you
Okay,
doing that?
you're going to look in
Yeah,
the office.
I've got
Is it office library?
Investigator definitely comes into
Yeah,
play for
office
this
library.
one, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Office library, kitchen, dinette,
What-
/ dining room.
And what we rolling on, perception
liv-
or logic or?
Sitting room and bedroom. You'd roll perception. You can also add your investigation talent, because this is definitely investigating.
Yep. I have 2 levels on that these days.
Nice.
And obviously, I mean, depending upon your successes, that's going to matter, but also, like, kind of what are you looking at, right? You look in the office, lots of shelves, a desk.
I also have a magnifying glass. Could I include an equipment?
Oh, yeah, you can add that for a gear bonus, sure.
Come on.
Okay. One
success.
success. You want to take that, or do you want to push it?
Well, what were my ones on? They weren't on my equipment. They weren't on my gear, were they? So I'm not going to break my gear if I push.
No, they weren't on your gear.
Yeah, I'm going to push it.
Oh,
Ooh,
that
nice
was almost a
push.
6. You almost had 4 6s, dude.
I do have 4 6s.
He does have 4 6s. He has 4 successes, but he lost 3-0.
Hey, it could be worth it.
Still, that's a good roll.
It's important. This is very
I wanna-
important to my friend Osric.
It is important.
Make sure I find
It
out
is
what's
important.
going on.
I want to have everybody else make their rolls and tell me what they're looking at first before I go over it all, though.
I'll be in the bedroom. I'll search the bedroom for anything out of the ordinary.
So again, perception, any talents that might work.
I don't think
gear.
I have. No.
Probably not. Ozil is kind of your investigator.
Yeah.
I still
One success.
That's 1 though.
Yeah.
Take that.
I'll-
Lock it in.
I'll take it. Yeah, lock that in.
Yeah, remember to lock those in if you're going to take them. I'll go ahead and lock in the bird handler roll so it's not hanging. Rico, are you going to look at anything?
I will try. So what's left around? Because I know somebody went to the bedroom, someone went to the office.
So the sitting room, kind of the living room.
I'm gonna check around there.
Obviously, there is also a bathroom. I should have mentioned that. That's not just, people got to have a place to do their business.
Yeah.
But let's see, what did I say? Bathroom. Oh, no. Edris is in the bedroom. Oliver's in the office and library. So there's the sitting room, and then the dining room / kitchen.
I'm gonna check the living room.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to push it? If not, accept it. Lock it in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
accept it.
And Osric, once you're inside, are you going to be looking at anything?
Yes. First question is, do I, having been a pupil of First Servant Kurr, would I know where he would put anything that he wanted to keep secret or valued? Or could I try and deduce it?
You were close. You were valued. I would say that you would know that he does have a safe hidden in his bathroom behind the medicine cabinet, which is removable.
Very good. In that case...
You don't know the code to open it, though.
No. I will tell the others of that.
Okay.
Has it been found? And
if
any of them... I mean, if nothing else, I'm sure that the Coriolite leadership would have a means of opening it. The question is, checking in the bathroom, has that safe been found and opened?
Right. So, just quickly glancing the bathroom looks relatively untouched. It is a functional bathroom. Although, yes, obviously he has a full library and an office and an opulent bedroom. First Servant Kurr was not the kind of person to luxuriate in a bath, if you catch my meaning. So the bathroom is functional, and the medicine cabinet, which is not just a hung medicine cabinet, right? So the reason why it is hidden is because the medicine cabinet is essentially sunk into the wall, and you would then have to remove the medicine cabinet, which there's a process to open it, and you've seen him do that, and then behind it, hidden in the wall itself, is the safe. So it appears to not have been opened or tampered with.
Okay, if none of my compatriots think that they would be able to open the safe, we're probably best asking the Coriolite leadership to do it.
Well, Edris has some skill with those things.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like, wait a minute, I know how to do that.
What kind of lock is it? Is it a dial lock? Is it electronic? Is it?
I mean, it's a standard lock that is used.
I'll remove the cabinet so that you can see the safe.
Brian, when I'm looking through all this stuff in this office/library with my magnifying glass, every time I see a book that's slightly squint on the shelf, I'm like, and every time I go past a picture.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear. There are no books on the shelves. As I said, the shelves or the books look to have been maliciously just wiped off of every shelf. The room is in chaos. Like you have to, if you're gonna not step on a book in this room, you have to take your time and carefully nudge some books out of the way to be able to find a place on the floor to put a foot.
Okay.
Damn.
It's like somebody took this man's soul, which would be his library, and tore it apart.
Well, I will leave the matter of the safe to Edris, and if Edris doesn't think he can do it, we will ask the leadership to look into it.
Sure.
What I'm thinking of doing is standing there looking at the apartment as a whole and trying to see whether this is actually as random and vicious as it seems, or has it just been done to try and make it appear as if it's that? I don't know whether my cultural savant can help with that, thinking about people's means of doing things, etc., or whether it's more psychology, but I'm just trying to look at the thing as a whole.
This is kind of a psychological thing. Yeah, I'll let you roll with cultural savant. It'll be perception, but you can add your cultural savant to that.
Okay, let's try that.
So it's basically, it might look like someone's intentionally making the room look like it got tossed, but there's something else that's there.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there may be a slight pattern to it. It might be despite themselves they couldn't bear to damage that particular holy book
thing
or
because of a certain tradition or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. One second. Insight. Sorry, no. Is it insight or perception? Did you say?
This will be perception because you're trying to, kind of take it in and figure out if anything stands out to you.
And because I think this is difficult, I'm going to push it.
Okay.
It's another 6.
Oh, nice.
2. Okay.
That's still another success. That's nice.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
two.
let me run through these. Well, I guess one more roll before we start narrating all this. Edris, do you want to try and pop that lock?
Yeah.
Is there any way I can assist him? Like, I have, like...
Is it an agility roll? Lockpick?
It will be, yeah. Yeah, you can get a bonus die from Rico, because Rico has some mechanical knowledge, right?
Oh yeah, he's all about the mechanical stuff.
Okay.
It is one of those. It
Yeah.
might be something simple. It's like, hey, you could do this. Just little.
Yeah,
nip
I mean,
here or
you're
there.
just giving him an idea. Sure, I'll allow that. So you get a bonus die from him. Picks if you got them.
Yeah.
And then
not, I gotta be
obviously
wacky
your
stick.
talent.
Because I'm in a delving suit, and it's an agility roll, that gives me a minus.
Oh,
2.
we can say you
So-
switch back into your regular clothes. Like I imagine you were at your ship. You could have taken
I
your
took my
delving
suit
suits off.
I took my suit off.
Like you wouldn't. You can definitely have done that. Because you knew you were going to be in Ship City today, so
All
you
right, so
don't have
it's
to.
5, and the 2 for the lockpicks.
Yeah,
And
just
one
make
for
sure
me.
you unequip your suit, and that should go away.
Yeah, let me do that first.
I think you can unequip it, but it's still on you, so you don't have to like physically remove it from your sheet.
Yeah, he just puts a line through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 1 second. Let's... Okay. Equipment. +1. Alright, let's try this.
I see a 6 and a 1 on your gear dice.
Now it's up to you whether or not you push it. I'm not going to tell you one way or the
Yeah.
other, but if you do push it, you're going to break those picks or hurt or
Yeah.
damage them anyway.
I've got a few, so I'm gonna push this one because it's safe. So I'm assuming a Coriolis safe would be
Okay.
well locked.
It's worth
there
it.
we go.
That's a 6.
There we
That's
go.
2 more 6s.
It has
Okay.
broken that. It has broken that lockpick though.
Yeah.
I got it.
As
up,
it
though.
should.
Take it.
Okay, so to run through these then, we'll start with Osric in kind of just taking in a view and kind of maybe walking around as your companions are looking at various things after you've pointed out the safe and the bathroom and whatnot. You, first of all, as I've kind of already said, you do really feel like someone was attacking not just First Servant Kurr's body, but also his mind or his will in the damage that has been done to this place, particularly the office. You do note that 2 things are untouched while there is chaos all around them. One of those things is a picture that he has on the wall in his sitting room. And the picture is of... So First Servant Kurr painted it as well as he could from not memory per se, but research. But essentially, it is a picture of Coriolis Station orbiting above Kua from the Third Horizon. It was a meaningful place to the Coriolites, and so he did his best, and First Servant Kurr was somewhat talented as an artist, to recreate this picture from all of the various annals and information that he was able to find. Strangely, it seems untouched. It's not even tilted out of alignment. It is perfectly sitting on the wall. The other thing that you note that is untouched is in his office, on his desk, there is a notepad, which seems strange because everything else on the desk has been swept aside. And you know that First Servant Kurr's desk had all manner of things on it. A small stack of books from the last time you were here. A small stack of books, the notepad, a container with various writing utensils, perhaps a couple of small succulents, so on and so forth. Like it was a well-used and well-appointed desk. But there it is, just that notepad sitting right there in the middle of the desk.
Anything on it, or is it just blank?
It's just a notepad, just blank.
Okay. Lost 3 hope for
Quick
that.
question.
Yep.
It was... Well, 2 hope.
Was it did the old indentation trick?
Edris
writing
lost
on it?
3. But as far as the notepad is concerned, Was it a pressure notepad? You pressed on something to write, like a ballpoint pen? Or is it a contact notepad? It's like an electrostatic device.
Oh no, it's paper. It is a pad of paper. It's a notepad. Yeah, it's pressure.
In that case, I would suggest to Ozil that he has a check to see whether the top page has been ripped off, but there's an impression underneath it. And if so,
So it's
that
interesting.
may well
Hold up to the
be
light.
a red herring. Because
It's interesting that
this
you
has been
say
done-
that, because with Ozil's 4 successes, Ozil, as you're looking around the office, you did also notice the notepad. But in addition to the notepad, you notice that there is, on the floor, you spot where perhaps one of the writing utensil containers had been swatted to. There appears to be several sticks of Kante, which is a form of sketching charcoal.
Right.
Some of them have been crushed, but there's enough intact. You see that. You also see that the notepad does have a sheet torn off.
Mm-hmm.
Several sheets, like it's not a fresh notepad.
Mm-hmm.
So there may have been something there that was written on. You also notice in the office that what else would stand out?
Any
to you
sign
in
of
the
any
office?
dust from someone doing rubbing with
Oh.
charcoal?
No.
Okay.
You do notice, though, that on one of the shelves, there is... I mean, for just to not be impolite, because Osric is here, and this was his beloved, teacher, there... It appears that someone's head was bashed into a shelf and possibly held there, perhaps while books were being thrown off and thrown down. So it looks like the assault may have, on some level, also occurred in this room. What's interesting, though, is you feel like someone has done at least some preliminary attempt to remove some of the biological material, or perhaps had some kind of agent that they would have sprayed or released on the biological material to remove it. So that's what you get with your 4 successes. Edris, you managed to pocket the lock on the safe with Rico's help. And inside is a single sheet of paper.
I will hand that to... I keep getting Osric and Ozil mixed up in my head. Osric.
Right.
I'll hand
One
it
of
to
the two
Osric,
broke.
'cause he will know more about what it could be than I, so I will. Osric, I found this in the safe. If you want to take a look.
So if you're both looking at it, it is actually, this is a printout. It's not from a notepad. It is a printout from some kind of computer. And it contains what appears to be, in detail, in fine print, the identity and information of someone named Davudan. And basically enough information on this sheet to, if you could capture him, let's just say have him sent off to that prison that we talked about a little bit last session.
And stuff that incriminates him.
Yep.
Okay, this is something we need to keep quiet, and I'm going to say to Osric, with this information, Osric, would you want to turn this over to the Coriolites, or because I want to respect, obviously, Osric and the traditions, but also we're on an investigation and we want to get to the bottom of this. So, what would you prefer to do?
We do not have proof that it was Davudon who killed First Servant Kurr,
But he's a
No.
suspect.
but I believe Davudon has been bringing disrepute on the Coriolites, and therefore
If it is
I
Davudon,
think that should be.
if it is
I mean,
Davudon
as far
that's
as the
killed
information is concerned,
your former.
well, if it is him, fine. Yes, we deal with him.
What I'm saying
But
is,
there is no proof that it was him.
no, I'm just saying that if it is Davudon that's killed your late first servant, what is it called? What is it? First, it is.
First Servant Kurr.
It is first servant.
Kurr.
It is first servant.
Yeah.
Then that possibly links their murder to the first one that we're investigating. That's what that does. It immediately links it.
Najar,
If it's the same murderer.
Well, we could keep this
Well,
information
yes.
because if we could track Davudon down and this information incriminates him, we could use that to get more information out of him.
Should we ask Muska if Muska
quick
and
question.
Najar
You say-
were working with this person, with your former first servant, with Kurr? Are they more obviously linked?
Question. You say that printout contains the identity and information sufficient to nail him if we can catch him. Correct?
Yes.
When you say information, is it proof of crimes he has committed, or is it just proof of this person with this? This is his eye print. This is his fingerprint. You know, we can prove the identity of the person beyond doubt.
It proves his identity. It doesn't necessarily
okay.
link him to anything. You would have to do that.
What is he
Right.
linked to?
But-
what is this for? Like, is he linked to some kind of crime or?
Davudon.
Well, this piece of paper doesn't link it. It doesn't link him to anything.
Davudon
It
is the
just
masked
the
Coriolite.
person Davudon who uses this Coriolite mask is actually this being. DNA code, iris symbol, fingerprint, whatever.
And that's the person
Yep.
who has killed
So
Lavar.
He's the golden masked assassin, yeah.
That's killed Lavar, and we're now suspect has killed Kurr as well.
we do not know that he killed Lavar.
We do.
We know that Lavar was. We
do.
know that Lavar was killed by something that
By someone in a
rushed out
gold
of the
mask.
corner, blah 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 blah, or shot through the window, and he was pulled out of a window by somebody in a golden
In a
mask.
gold mask, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. But do we have a picture of that gold mask?
And then, well, I've seen it, but I don't
Right.
think we got a picture. I saw it in the.
All of you have seen it at some point.
Do we
or
all?
another.
Do we all see it? Yeah. And yeah, he's
but
well. He's.
has
he
anybody?
has been
Has
around,
anybody?
hasn't he?
Given that Coriolite masks are unique and have symbols and patterns, has anyone seen it in sufficient detail to confirm it is this pattern?
So, interestingly enough, the answer to that is no, because no one really is able
That's
to
what I
identify those intricacies except for a
from
Coriolis. There is, however, on that document, essentially Coriolite coding to identify the mask, right? That a Coriolite would understand, or someone versed in Coriolite lore, as in someone else who has cultural knowledge. But as they are, no, they just saw a dude in a gold mask, right? Like, so.
Exactly. I mean, I haven't seen him in his gold
No.
mask. If I had, I would have be able to recognize it.
But now that you've seen this sheet of paper and read, so imagine
I will
masks
recognize
for, imagine masks for Coriolites being kind of like, you know, the weird like language that they use for heraldry, right? Where it's like, this is rampant and this is, you know, argent and all these other aspects of like classic heraldry.
Yep.
Coriolites have
Yep.
similar ways of describing they're unique masks that they would understand.
Yes.
And so now that you have that document, provided you take a moment to look at it and kind of take it in, which you can do now or at any point upcoming, it won't take you that long. You should be able to identify him by his mask.
Though to a
We seem to be-
Coriolite
yes.
who's versed in this, it's essentially a picture of the mask, even though it's to everyone else it'd be like code or
Yes, yeah,
whatever.
essentially. Like, you're looking at it and you're like, I have no idea what this means. You know what some of the other stuff means, right? Like genetic tag and iris identification and all that fun stuff. But like the stuff about the mask doesn't make any sense to you.
Okay, so the situation is that the man in the gold, or a man in a golden mask, has been observed doing various things, has got a connection with ancient technology spiders, and so on. But the actual symbols on the mask haven't been seen. Anybody can put a mask on and just pretend to be a Coriolite, but having this specific mask, we need confirmation.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But the
Yeah,
second question, the second question is, outside what we've been investigating, there are tales of a golden masked assassin called Davudon who murders people. The question is, are there specific crimes that he is linked to? And
Not
that I don't
provable.
know enough about.
Yeah.
Not provable. That's the problem. So this is more information. Unless we can get a definite link to a crime, I'm not sure that turning this into the authorities will be helpful. Because all he has to do is stop wearing that mask and we'll never find him. Yeah?
Sounds good to me. Yeah, totally agree.
So I'm tempted to say that we don't actually hand this over thinking about it, but we can look at what's been done here. We can look at the fact that Coriolis picture hasn't been affected, and that seems to imply that it could be a Coriolite that's done this, because that's almost a holy symbol to Coriolites, correct, Brian?
Yes.
Coriolis station is almost a sacred relic, yes?
Yeah, the idea of it.
Have we tried doing a charcoal rubbing of the notepad, Ozil?
I don't think he has.
Not yet. I can though.
Would you mind? Would you mind? It seems strange that it's left there.
Yeah, I can do that.
So yeah, doing a charcoal rubbing of the notepad with some of the content on the ground, you do find a message. And it seems strange for someone to have written a message there and then like remove the sheet, if not intentionally leaving this for someone to see. And the message is as follows: I long to see you among broken fields of dust, where my task is done.
Broken fields of dust.
Sorry. Was that where my task is done, or when?
Yes,
my
where
task is
my task is done.
I'll look over to Osric, and does that sound any familiar to you?
Did you say broken fields of dust?
Broken fields of
I long
dust
to see you on broken fields of dust,
among
where my task
broken
is
fields
done.
of dust. Yeah,
Among broken fields of dust.
it's a haiku. The syllables are important.
Ah. But it was hidden from plain sight, but hiding in plain sight. Because it was they wrote it, ripped it off, and left the impression on the next page. So somebody not looking, somebody doing a very cursory glance or somebody not in the know to look for that is not going to find that message. It's going to get past certain people.
But that notepad was left in the middle of the desk rather than hurled onto the floor, which is why I think that might be a diversion. But
How many pieces of
do I
paper was
recognise
ripped out?
that as a quotation?
It is
Is that
not.
a quotation?
It does not appear to be a quotation. This appears to be just its own message. You can't place it anywhere. Rico, several pages have been ripped off. Like, this is a
Okay.
well-used notepad. What I will say is that anybody who would like to, considering all the things that you know that are going on, you can attempt an insight test. No bonuses unless you can come up with one that makes sense to me.
I've got decent insight. But
I can try.
I'm trying to think of.
Could I apply my logic to assist my insight? Because I'm trying to tease everything together and form a pattern.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, you guys are doing great. Sure,
that.
you can do that.
Okay, so one additional dice for 6 logic?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or use my logic instead of insight?
Oh, no, use your logic instead.
Ah, thank you.
Oh, I want to do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm going to roll logic instead. Because it's much better for me.
And you can add investigation, actually. That's fair.
Ooh.
I think I'll accept
There's
2
no ones on that,
successes.
was there?
Okay.
Nope, there was no ones, bud.
Doesn't mean you can't roll any.
Choose.
You didn't.
I've still got a
but you
one.
didn't
Hey,
get
still
any more
succeed to
either.
succeed.
Okay, so I was looking for a little bit more on that. So in this case, only Osric and Edris, I think, probably at the same moment, maybe even say the same thing. But there is one place that you're expecting to go sometime soon that might be described as as broken fields of dust.
With the obelisk.
Well, that's on the surface, isn't it?
Yep, it's on the surface of the asteroid.
Is there dust on the surface of the asteroid? With all the vibrations, etc., I would have expected it all to have been kind of shaken off almost.
Well, there is
It's possible.
One thing that you know, which is, I guess you would probably know this from Rico's contact, who is a hull guard. There is actually gravity on the surface. So the gravitic engines that provide gravity to the rest of the station, they don't reach out to parts of Hulltown, but they do still provide gravity on the surface.
Where the obelisk is.
So that would
Dust would settle
draw
there.
down dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the gravity, Hugh, is that his name? Hema is his name.
Hema.
Hema would have prepared at least Rico, and hopefully Rico would tell everybody else that
Of course.
the gravity is lessened on the surface because it's so far away from the gravitic engines. So there will be, I mean, you may have to make some rolls while on the surface to move appropriately, but you won't be in microgravity. Like you won't have to
won't be
fear
like the
drifting
moon?
off. Right.
That would be
Yeah.
like the movie. Okay.
It probably won't be as pronounced as the moon. Well, it might be close to. Nah, probably not as pronounced. Just a little bit less.
Okay.
I'm thinking like 0.75 gravity, maybe. I don't know what gravity is on the moon, but be just a little bit less on the surface.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like the outer edge of the field that's provided by the gravitic engines.
Okay. Did anything come of my search of the bedroom, Brian?
Oh, right. I forgot your search the bedroom.
Bless you.
No, you're right.
Sorry.
Bless you. Yeah.
So the bedroom is an interesting case. Like I said, it looks like it was just torn apart. The bedroom was pretty opulent in terms of at least the bed itself, but as you look through the bedroom, you notice even his wardrobe has been shredded. And you got, I think, 1 success on that roll. So I will tell you that it's relatively obvious to you that the damage to all the like the silk hangings and the sheets and the tapestries and the clothing was all done by the same blade. Beyond that, with 1 success, you can't tell much more.
Okay.
So,
No, I should also note, with
Hang on a
1 success,
second.
you do also note that the mattress itself has been shredded.
So here's the thing. You said
The
you wanted
mattress of the
you said
bed.
you wanted a little more, Brian. Well, based on having the smart talent, you can push any roll based on logic twice. So I can actually push again. If that's not enough, I can go for more.
Oh no, more as in 2. That's what I wanted.
All right, I got 2. Oh no, I only got 1.
Two
still.
things.
I only got 1.
Yeah, but Edris and Osric both got 2, so you got the information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or at least the connection.
2 other things. Everything, all the clothing, etc., has been ripped up by a blade,
Mhm.
correct?
Mhm.
But we
Yeah.
haven't got vast amounts of blood, correct?
Mhm. Well, as I told Oziel,
Like it's
it
been
does look
sprayed
like
with
somebody
something.
was bashed into the shelves, but that something was used, some kind of agent that may have been used to disrupt, dissolve, or remove any kind of identifying agents like blood and flesh. And if you look at where the person hit the wall and dropped to the floor in the living room, you find the same thing. It's obvious, it's pretty obvious that First Sergeant Kurr was murdered, but any fluids or any
Any
pieces
trace evidence,
any trace
sort of.
evidence, even of Kurr himself, have been removed.
Who would
I
have
looked over
the
to Ozil,
ability
is-
for that?
would you know if there's any type of like chemical or something that could help?
Well, who
get
has?
rid of that?
I'll just ask, who has a logic of 5 or higher?
Yes.
Like 3 of you,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all 3 of you know that there are chemical agents that can be used to do that.
Like a spray that just gets rid of blood and
Okay.
just makes it disappear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's the sci-fi stuff. You spray it on and it just makes
yeah,
it
It just
evaporate.
disappears. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at the indentation on the wall, the damage to the tiles and so on,
Uh-huh.
I know how big First Servant Kurr was, how much he weighed.
Yep.
I will ask the strongest member of our party,
To throw
If
you
he
across the room.
threw that body at the wall, would it cause that sort of damage? Or are we looking at somebody stronger than him?
That'd be pretty amazing. Could
That's
I
what is your strength actually?
6?
6. Okay. So First Servant Kurr was not a large man, and he was aging. You were going to ask a question though, Max?
Oh, yeah. With that one is that with the because I've probably been in brawls and stuff like that, fighting out and or carrying stuff around, and it's just when you're throwing stuff, the indentation that got hit, I guess maybe the head against the wall or something. What I could tell how much the force that somebody did, so as is he's trying to say, you can determine if someone's will strong enough, or they just kind of shoved them into the wall.
Yeah. So it's one of 2 things, according to Rico, and really all of you can kind of process this. either they're as strong as Rico, because Rico could definitely throw somebody into a wall and do that much damage, or they're skilled and somehow were able to use Kurr's momentum against him. So either way, you're looking at somebody who's either tremendously strong or a very capable hand-to-hand fighter.
Okay.
This
What I wanted to
wasn't
check
just,
was
in other
it's-
words, this wasn't just a shove. This was a bodily
It's not just
throw.
It's not just Kurr was a big, huge
Yes.
guy, so if it was inertia, it's not a case of that.
Yeah.
Well, is it another possibility? It could have been more than one person that did this.
Unlikely to have more than
Well-
one person throw another person. That would be ungainly and unwieldy to attempt to do. Everything
Well,
here, evidence-wise, seems to point towards a single assailant.
Okay.
Yeah, my question was really to see whether or not it was physically possible.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not like there's a hole through the wall.
Is it
Like you-
dent?
So in other words, it's
It's
not
a
somebody
dent.
who was in. Yeah, it's not somebody who was in strength-enhancing armor, that sort of thing.
Oh
So we're
yeah,
not
no,
looking-
not that level of damage. No,
So
and
it's
things
not
like that do
superhuman.
exist. And no, it's not that level of damage.
Okay. Last thing that I can think of, looking at that and looking where the body would have fallen,
Mhm.
and the arrangement of rubbish, does it look as though all this damage and the scattering of books, etc., was done post-mortem?
After
In
the
other
guy
words,
died?
the body didn't land on books, sort of thing.
I mean, that's really difficult to say, especially
Something-
with any trace evidence having been removed.
Something you mentioned to me earlier makes
Like
me feel
maybe if there was blood present, the amount of blood might be able to tell you if it was post-mortem or not, but it's
You
all that's been removed. It's
you said it
difficult to
was
say.
like somebody had been held down while books were getting thrown around. I got the impression somebody was being like held down
No, that
while
was in the office.
while
That was in the office.
Yeah, but I was getting the impression that in the office, in the library, that somebody was being held down while the place was being trashed. So it was like something was going on, like they were being humiliated. Like, look, we're going to destroy your place before we kill you.
Making
Something
them
like that
watch.
going on.
Pinning
And
them down,
making them
making them
watch,
watch
yeah.
while they smash it up.
Yeah,
Or
good point.
were they trying to find something? Where the fuck is it? Tell us where it is. Tell us where it is. Is it one of those situations?
Well, that's in the bedroom. They've shredded the mattress, so that made me think that they've been looking for something that might have been hidden. Obviously, they've shredded the clothes
The
as
way
well, just to
somebody's-
humiliate.
The way that he's mentioned somebody being held down while the place is being torn apart makes me feel like they're looking for something.
And that we don't actually think. Now you've said that, the throw against the wall may not even been intentional to kill him. It might have been in anger of show
even
us
just
where
by-
it is, or
Where is the
tell us
shit?
where
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
and
yeah. I
they've
don't.
gone off.
Might
it
not.
could-
This
Looking at the indentation, it could potentially also be a lift up, smash into the wall.
This
you know,
might
tell
not
me.
even initially have been meant to have been a murder. This might have been an interrogation turned murder.
A scare
A,
tactic?
a robbery turned murder. A burglary turned murder. It could have been.
Could be.
They're looking for something.
Yep.
Well, the only thing that we found
Can I-
was the safe that he found.
So while you're talking, there is a knock on the door.
I will go and open the door, ready to greet whoever's there.
Outside is a young servant, probably 13th or 14th servant, you would imagine, very low down the line. And
Oh,
she,
higher than me though.
well, now you probably
Yes.
would have been a second or a third servant before you became an explorer,
Yes. Well, I shall.
especially if you
bow
were
and
working
respect
directly
the
under. Yeah. And they say, "Oh no," and they bow deeper. Mir Mibo, here, I was instructed to bring you this, and it's very clearly an autopsy report.
Thank him for the report and ask if he will if he is to wait to return it once we've read it. or is this our
No,
copy?
that is your copy. It is just, of course, requested that you keep it in confidence and possibly destroy it after you have no more need for it.
Uh,
I
Brian, I had a
thank
quick
him and
question.
assure him it will be treated with respect.
Go ahead, Max.
Oh, I don't know in this type of world or where it is, they don't have like security cameras or anything like that, do they? In certain
They
locations?
exist. They exist. Imagine the technology, like most things.
Yeah.
Imagine the technology is not quite as advanced as you would expect for a sci-fi kind of setting. Where it exists, it's more like grainy CCTV, right? They can't produce much better than that unless we're talking heirloom technology, which
Yeah.
obviously not everyone has access to.
Well, I just didn't know they had something like that around here. If there was like because this is a nicer area for these guys, and
It
I didn't
is.
know they had something for security, and I just didn't
They
know they had
don't.
something. Okay.
Their security is the Coriolis guards that you see, both at the entrances and wandering the streets in pairs.
The rifles and
And you know
halberds,
that their
guys.
masks are heirloom technology. What Osric could potentially tell you, should he choose to as well, is that when you act as a Coriolis guard, you are no longer yourself. You are a guard. All of the Coriolis guards' masks that they wear when they're on duty are exactly the same. They have no identifying distinction between them other than the fact that they are a guard. So it's like somebody wearing a helmet with processing technology in it. So like
Okay.
if a guard had been present in the apartment and watched the whole thing, yeah, there'd be a recording of it, but obviously that would be a huge breach of privacy, and that's not something that Coriolites stand for. So
Okay. It was just
and
curiosity.
yeah, no, it's a good question. So the autopsy report, to get to the key stuff, and then I think we'll take a break. It is very clear that this was a murder. Yes, the body has several indications, both on the head and also the back and the chest, of bludgeoning and contusions, which would fit with being pressed against walls or pressed against bookshelves and things like this. But they have been stabbed 7 times in precise locations in their chest. That is very symbolic to 7 of the 9 icons. Why the other 2 icons are not represented in the stab wounds, Osric doesn't know specifically, but you know that each of the stab wounds represents 1 of the 9 icons. And the stab wound itself is from a very specific ritualistic Coriolite blade.
So it's a bit ceremonial now. Ritualistic,
Did it say who
ceremonial.
discovered the body?
What's that?
I mean, did they give Osric the information of who found the body at all? Like, 'cause, someone had to discover the
Second
body.
servant Nema found the body.
Okay.
That's why she came to him almost immediately.
Is there anything that, like, look, Osric, is there any way that you can probably talk to her and say if he was looking into something, not what we found, but if there was something specific that he was doing that day? Because she probably knows his, like, what itinerary, like what he might have been doing that day.
Well, we need to go and speak to Second Servant Nema. What I was also going to ask was, I have Davudon's information. Do I know any history of First Servant Kurr? Did he have any apprentices, acolytes, students who failed or disgraced themselves and were thrown out? Is there any connection between that and Davudon?
Sadly, you don't think anything like that exists. You feel that the entire reason he was targeted is probably because he was looking into Davidan for you. So yes, it is your fault.
It is my fault. Yes, I understand that. But
No, there's. I mean, obviously,
I-
yes, there have been some of his acolytes that were not as great. But as far as like a disgrace or anyone that would have moved into assassination, no. No, First Servant Kurr is actually fairly lenient, and pleasant. You can't think of any reason why someone would come against him, except and unless he was looking into information concerning a potential assassin. Yeah.
Yep.
There wouldn't
In
be
which
a way
case, whoever did the surgery on Davudan is also responsible for this, but for passing that information back to Davudan.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
and we couldn't find
Or. Sorry, go ahead, Max.
Well, I was just saying, we said we couldn't find out who he was talking to, trying to find the information from. That someone of whoever he talked to might have leaked that to whoever this guy is.
So on the printout sheet that you have with Davudan's information, there's no indication of where that information came from. Whatever
not
First
even-
Servant Kurr's
Not
source
even which
was.
printer?
Unfortunately, that's not something that you can track with the level of technology that they have. It's just same old printer paper.
Even this one little bit of paper might have even been what the person tore the place up looking for.
Could be.
Just to because it seems important to him, but the attack seems so personal, like the beating, the stabbing, the ripping up of the clothing, the books.
Doesn't seem personal. It seems symbolic because of the stabs being in certain positions. It doesn't seem personal. It seems
But,
symbolic.
like, to rip all his clothes, to rip his books out of the shelves, like not just searching, Brian. I think you said, Brian. They've actually been like
Vandalised and they
emptied
vandalised
and
it as
just-
well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
So-
something.
If you take a moment to consider the stab wounds, the two icons, the locations that were not pierced, are the judge and the faceless one.
And the faceless
Who's the
one is
faceless one?
death, isn't it?
Well, Osric would be able to tell you that the faceless one in the old pantheon is known as the shadow that brings madness.
And
Interesting.
that one and the judge were the two they didn't stab. Like that's their one, and the judge is the one they don't want to respect and don't want to honor because they're criminals.
I can't remember did we ever deal with anything like cult wise as we were traveling through.
What I
or
wonder when you're,
encountered.
what if this is a thing? If people,
Not really, but
I wonder if that's a thing where people get stabbed in the positions that represent the different things. I wonder if that's common where they leave out the judge because it's a criminal activity. Would they normally leave out the judge? Is that a thing? Idris, you might know.
I would
stuff
say,
like that.
just working. I would say working off your previous insight rolls, and with a little discussion about the icons, the best that you could possibly perceive as what the placement of the stabbings might represent is that perhaps that First Servant Kurr didn't have the right to judge the murderer.
And the faceless one is his anonymity, possibly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
So sending a message then.
or because you're all pretty intelligent, that the whole ritualistic stabbing could be a red herring
True.
And then
or
there's
just
that.
an outright murder.
True. Could just be a murder.
Yeah, just like
Because
false
the
claim.
autopsy report does actually list it as a ritualistic murder.
Right.
So the question is, did he die from the stabbings, or did he die from getting beat up?
Oh, he definitely died from the stabbings.
Okay, that's why I was making sure that if he died already, and they just did the stabbing just to cover up something else.
No, the report suggests that while the physical damage from the bodily contusions was significant, he probably would have recovered if that was all the damage he suffered. It's the stabbings
Stabs
that
that killed him.
did him in.
Okay. Okay.
It also indicated that by the 9th stabbing, probably roughly around the 6th
He
stabbing,
was still dead.
that he was already dead,
Hmm.
and the stabbings continued.
And the rest are just to finish the ritual. The rest are significant. He's already dead, but they have to finish the rest of the stab wounds for it to be this ritual. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Now, if anybody wants to take a closer look at the body, you're going to have to go to where it's currently being held. That also potentially means going to see second servant, well, now first servant, Nema.
I think we were going to Nema
Well,
anyway. weren't
I
we?
gonna
I
see
think
Nema
I
anyway.
have to go and see first servant. I have to go and see her anyway to report what we found.
Okay. So, tell you what, why don't we take a break there? We'll come back, and then maybe we'll get into the discussion with Nema. And depending upon how that goes, that actually might be our session for today. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's take a break.
Well, I'm going to step outside the building, and I'm going to
Smoke.
Smoke.
Yeah, of course.
Let's take a break. And I'm going to smoke.
I have my duty to first servant Nema to come and investigate the death of my previous master.
And so we shall go see first servant Nema. In all but name at this point. Obviously, there are ceremonies and rituals to be observed before she can fully take the position. That Osric will be invited to, but for now, she is acting first servant, essentially.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Indeed. Is she officiant?
She will be the officiant at his ritual, yes.
Is that where we're going then? The Well of Souls? No, we're not going to go. We're going to go see her first, eh?
Mhm.
Yeah, you're going to see her. So she has taken over. Is strong wording, but she has taken over First Servant Kurr's offices in the administrative complex. And when the lesser servants see, I assume, Osric leading the group into the building, they
Yes.
immediately
Leading my assistant?
usher you in. Yeah. They immediately usher you in to meet her. And she is just staring at a pile of paperwork on previously Kurr's, but now her desk. And she looks up and in a strained voice, like, Osric, I understand you saw. I hope you're well.
I was shocked at what I saw, mistress. It tore at my heart to see such disrespect for Servant Kurr's life.
Yes. Imagine seeing that when you were just coming over for a spot of tea.
You have my deepest sympathy, mistress.
So I've
There is.
assumed you had wanted the autopsy report, so I sent that along. Is there anything else?
I will hand her the autopsy report and thank her, and ask if there were any records as to his previous meetings in the last couple of days before his death. He had
Oh, well,
spoken to people or sent messages, or whether those had been destroyed in the wreckage of his apartment.
His calendar is here, and she moves some things around on the desk and produces it. She says, yes, this has all of his official meetings listed.
Does it have any personal meetings or unofficial meetings noted inside
Well,
that?
here, you may look, if it will help you figuring out what happened. And yes, you look at it, there aren't any. I mean, the meetings aren't listed as personal or professional, right? But there is, as you look at it, there is very obviously an open time slot, and an indication of a protection detail from 2 days ago, let's say. Well, no, that would have been from after you spoke to him, right? And it doesn't say anything about where, but it's possible, were you interested to follow this thread, you could potentially figure out who was on the protection detail. You can guess where he might have gone that required a protection detail. Probably someplace in the haze, possibly Corrosion Bay.
I think we should follow that up to see whether whether we can find out who he was seeing. So I shall make a note of that and ask permission to speak to the guards to determine who was on the protection detail and where Master First Servant Kurr went.
So in fact, because of the way the guards work, you would know that you can actually speak to any guard, because all guards are the same guard while they are on duty. You just need the permission from somebody like First Servant Nema to access
which is why
that
I'm saying
information.
if we can have her permission to speak to the guards and obtain that information, that may assist in determining who and why.
By all means.
If she is...
Oh, go ahead.
If she... in the meantime, I can certainly report on what we discerned from investigation of his rooms.
So she says, by all means, I'll call a guard, and yes, please tell me what you found thus far. And she reaches under the desk and hits some kind of nodule or button that you would imagine is probably summoning a guard.
Okay. In that case, I will say that I believe that what I had asked First Servant Kurr to investigate is probably what has led to his death. There have been murders carried out using ancient technology in Ship City, and having recovered a sample of the technology, it was determined that a certain type of control was necessary, and First Servant Kurr had agreed to try to investigate who might be involved in installing this control. And therefore his investigations probably led to his death at the hands of this murderer. While we cannot actually confirm the identity, we believe it may have been Davudon, the assassin who is known to work for Coriolites.
I've heard the name.
The concern is if he was working for a Coriolite in carrying out these murders, the implication is a Coriolite is responsible for the death of First Servant Kurr. Possibly the hand of Davudon is what actually carried out the murder, but the Coriolite who was directing Davudon, if he was acting for another Coriolite, shares the responsibility for First Servant Kurr's murder. We have further investigations to carry out, and I trust we will meet this being during those investigations and hopefully obtain justice for First Servant Kurr when that happens. I'm happy to go through the evidence and explain why we consider that it was a Coriolite who did it, the fact that the Coriolis station painting hadn't been disturbed, and that is obviously sacred to Coriolites. The ritualistic form of the murder, the Coriolite weapon, blah 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 blah. I will not mention the fact that we have a piece of paper identifying Davudon, and I will not mention the note that we found on the sheet. But
so she takes
other
all
than
this
that,
evidence,
yes.
and she says, well, first of all, I hate to disagree with you, but if it seems that First Servant Kurr was murdered because he was trying to find out more information about Davudon, that does not necessarily implicate whoever Davudon might be working for. It could have been a personal attack by Davudon to protect his own identity.
That is true, mistress.
And
but had this person not instructed Davudon to do what he was already doing, this would not have happened. Therefore, I feel he shares the blame. That is my personal opinion rather than what the legal authorities may consider.
And understandable, but I would also say that on a similar note, you should not take any responsibility for attracting Davudon's attention to First Servant Kurr simply by asking him for information. So I don't want you to feel guilty, nor do I think you should. Unfortunately, there's not a lot here, at least for me in my current position, that is actionable. However, if you can somehow deal with this situation, I would appreciate you informing me of it, and if there's any help that I can provide, I would be happy to do so.
One matter, mistress, is that access by Davudon to the Coriolite Sanctum, is his identity known to the guards?
That's a good question. I don't think that it is. No. Unless there's no record, and she's... Yeah, she would probably, in her position now, she would have access to a slate. So she's looking through a tabula, rather. And she says there's no indication of anyone named Davudon being barred from the Sanctum or being identified as a person of interest. Nor is there any indication of his identification codes.
Sorry, I would know, presumably, if Coriolites' masks are recorded on entry?
You
To the
would.
Sanctum.
You would, and they are not, unless they're noted as a person of interest. Individuals generally are not recorded on entry. Your party was, not you, but your companions were, because they're not Coriolite. But generally, out of respect for privacy and individualism, that's not something that's normally done. So they would have to be
Right,
marked
but-
as someone of interest.
Okay, so but presumably Coriolites' masks are scanned on entry, and then if they are marked as a person of interest, then they would be flagged up. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Because I was concerned that Davudon might have a secret access to the Sanctum rather than coming through the guard posts.
That is also possible, though.
Yes, true. Okay. Fine. In that case, I will thank her and wait for the guard to turn up, and we will see if we can find out what First Servant Kurr was doing.
Yeah, so it doesn't take very long. The guard arrives and says, "Yes, how may I help?"
I explain that First Servant Kurr took a protective detail with him on such and such a date at such and such a time. I would be grateful for any information on where he went and who he saw while he was under the protection of that detail. This is to assist in trying to identify the murderer.
So he's looking at you, and obviously, again, wearing a mask, so you can't really tell. But you, Osric, I think would know or feel, possibly from a slight tilt of the head, perhaps a modicum of contempt as he says, "Authorization." And at that point, First Servant Nema says, "He has mine in all things." And he looks at her and then looks back at you, reaches up and does like a scan, probably identifying you as having First Servant authorization for these situations. Says, "Acknowledged. Yes, what would you like to know?" And he looks at your companions, and before he even says anything, First Servant Nema says, "In this instance, they are fine. They may remain."
Every time someone touches a button on their mask, I'm touching a spot on my face and I start playing with it and fidgeting with it. Every time.
Nice. Well, get ready to do it again, because he reaches up and does something and looks through some things apparently in his
Squeezing a
HUD.
spot that's not ready to be squeezed.
Right,
You know, when it just goes red. It doesn't get a white or a black head. It just goes red
right.
because you just squeezed it on not ready.
You're just making it worse.
I'm doing that.
He says, "Yes, 4 guards accompanying First Servant Kurr to Corrosion Bay. Some kind of backwater's not the right word, back alley clinic. First Servant Kurr entered, interacted with clinician, was given information, escorted First Servant Kurr back to his home, or back to the office."
The address of the clinic, please.
He gives you the clinician's address, as best as he can. He's basically like, it's a small shack behind this fuel dumpster on the left-hand side of this corrosive pool.
Will do. Thank you. I thank him for that.
Very well. Thank you, First Servant. Which he says to Nema, obviously, and then leaves. Note that, however, that Nema doesn't rescind your authorization, so...
So we still have that option if needed.
You do.
Well,
You do.
They did for this instance, but only as witnesses. They have no authorization.
Understood. Very good. In that case, I will thank First Servant Nema for her indulgence. Ask if there is anything I can do to assist her personally.
She says, well, you are, and you're assisting this office, and to that end, I feel it is within my rights to give you this. And she hands you a small device that you recognize as a heirloom communicator. She says, if you need anything or need to report anything to me, this should work anywhere in the station, in the city.
Okay.
Is it
I
one
bow
way?
deeply in
Is it only
gratitude.
direct?
It is direct to her tabula. So
Yeah.
Two-way only.
I give her a slight nod.
If she should feel free to contact me if there is anything else she needs.
I shall,
And
through that communicator
we
as
shall-
well. Go ahead.
We shall proceed further with investigations outside the Sanctum, and if we can shed further light on the death of First Servant Kurr, or bring his killer to justice, we shall, of course, do so.
She does say, and she looks kind of maybe slightly askance at the three non-Coriolites in the room, but she does say before you leave, understand, Mirmibo, if the assailant can't be apprehended, removal is acceptable.
I bow deeply, and we shall attempt the first, and, if impossible, endeavour to meet the second, Mistress.
And if you need support, having done so with the Zapti, contact me. This is a Coriolite affair now. They have no jurisdiction.
Yes, Mistress.
Can I say something to Mistress?
Of
Oh
course.
no, here we go.
No.
you're doing
You
I'm
are
gonna do it
not
all-
to ask her for a
politely.
date.
No,
Would you
I'm
like to have some tea?
all politely and all in nicely. I'm just gonna say, as Osric mentioned, and Osric's fears, and he suspects that is it Kurr was targeted because of the investigation. Be on your guard, because whoever it was is still out there and may want to try and clear up more tracks, let's say. So it's just a case of be careful. I'm being polite. I'm being nice.
No, yeah. She holds up her hand,
Watch
and
it.
as she does, you can
Watch
see
out,
the
boy.
robe. You can see her robe sleeve drop, and you can see a blade in a wrist sheath on her,
Nice.
attached to her arm, and she says, "I've no worries.
Oh, you're a ninja, eh?
I am not
Okay.
aging
I got a hammer.
as First Servant Kurr was, as First Servant Kurr was."
I have no doubt, but I just had to make
But
it
thank
clear.
you. I appreciate the thought. I do want to be clear to the three of you that although you were given great latitude here today, it is not a permanent affair. If you
Mhm.
wish further access to the Sanctum, you shall have to contact the embassy or have a discussion with Mir Meebo to set something up.
Understood.
Understood.
I appreciate your assistance, but you do not have free reign here.
Of course, understood.
Wouldn't expect to.
Yep.
And I thank her once again for her indulgence, and we will withdraw.
Let's go
Very well.
near Meebo.
So, ooh, don't do that in front of her. Do you do that in front of her?
No, that was me. I said
Okay.
I said that to Dave. I said that to Dave. I'm like, we will check you out. No, I'm not
You
mocking
see,
them in
Brian,
front of them.
This is like Bushido. Certain members say things which...
Right.
Oliver says some things
Yep,
and also
gotta be
says
careful.
other things. Oliver said that. Oliver said that.
Okay, so where do you guys go? What are you doing now?
Well, I would make a suggestion.
Think. Sorry. Yes, Max.
Well, it's one of those is that I know my hammer is messed up, and Ozil, some of his stuff is messed up, and we get a chance to repair this. And if we're going to the location where he went to, is probably maybe planning out what we might do or get ourselves prepared for it.
Not too fussy about the broken sword and
No.
pistol. I've got another pistol. I'm not too fussy about fixing the broken things.
No, I have no intention of going to Corrosion Bay and that clinic, because if he was successful in getting Davudon's identity from there, I would guess Davudon has probably already cleared it up.
Mm-hmm.
And if he hasn't, we can go and deal with it after this affair. We had probably best return to the ship. We have a tablet to protect, we have equipment to repair, and we have preparations to make for a trip out to
see the obelisk.
Obelisk.
Yeah, you also need to contact Navigator Silas to set a time to go out to the obelisk.
For an appointment, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wasn't the
so
case to
that's the
just show up,
question.
was it?
When do you want access to the obelisk?
Were we on night
Keeping
time
in mind that it. No, actually, that was afternoon. So we'll say by the time you get back. Oh yeah, I guess it is evening then.
So tomorrow.
So it's the evening of the 16th.
So we've got one more shift before
Before you have
night,
to sleep.
and then
Yeah.
sleep. Yeah.
Tomorrow, eh?
We'll say in the morning. Then we're
Well,
in the morning.
if you contact the Navigators Guild now, like if
Yeah.
you, because Silas would have given you a method for contacting him. You still have to use Ticker, but like,
Yeah.
if you contact him now, the earliest he's probably gonna be able to set up for you is in a couple of days. Like,
Okay,
it's
we
not
better,
we're just gonna
we
go
better ask for
Okay.
that now then, because we want to go there really
Okay.
soon.
Yeah, so I
Okay,
can probably
so
when we get back to
You can
then-
swing by the Ticker station in Aluminum
Yeah.
Bay and
And
send
then
that
that
message.
potentially
Okay.
gives us 2 days to rest, because I'm not fully healed.
Well, that's
And to
what I'm
prepped.
asking. So I'm
Potentially
saying
some more
at
training.
minimum 2 days. Do you want to go longer? Do you want
Nah,
to go?
I don't think we need longer
say
than
2
2
days
days.
is
You think 2
fine.
days is enough?
I want
2
to
days is
I want to
enough.
train another talent, but that's going to be enough time to do that. I think 2 days is enough. I think.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
During what shift then? We're looking at the 19th.
And it's
How
the-
long
Today's the
will it
16th,
take to
18th.
get
No.
there?
So we're looking on the 20th. At what shift do you want to do? Okay, well, how long does it take to get there?
On the second
You
shift.
know, or you will learn from your contact with Navigator Silas that you have to leave the dome, which kind of covers
Mhm.
the chasm, and from the dome, particularly if you use one of the first level access points, it takes roughly about an hour's walk along the surface to get to the obelisk. There is a
Is it is
identified
it
path.
achievable Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is it foot traffic or crawler?
It is foot traffic. No one really there's no crawler ports. You could drop a crawler potentially on the surface, if you flew your shuttle up there, but that's probably not going to be allowed, because
And just
they
to be
don't
clear on
generally
that,
like
our-
shuttles just flying around
our-
Ship City, even
our-
the exterior.
Our buggy, our rover, it fits inside our shuttle, doesn't it?
It does, yes. But the only way to get a rover up there would be to fly your shuttle up there and drop the rover, right?
Mhm.
Which you could do if you wanted to, but that might be a bit of a bigger ask, considering
just
even the
walking.
guards just walk out to the post.
Yeah.
We'll just walk. So do that on the second shift on the 20th then.
Well, it'll
Second
give us the
shift on the
morning
20th?
to do stuff if you want to go and
Yep.
buy something or train something and
Yeah.
last minute prep.
So you're basically going to end up with 8 shifts. 1 shift tonight, then sleep, then 3 shifts, then 3 shifts, then 3
one
shifts
shift.
sleep, 3 shifts sleep, then 1 shift. So you basically have 8 shifts to do things.
So we'll all be fully
Um,
healed and we can do things. I want to do another talent.
Yep. If you want to, we could start closing this now. This session, get your experience. That might put some of you over for the next session to be able to spend some experience during one of those shifts in between.
Yeah, I just need 3.
Okay.
Oh,
we'll
I'm not-
probably get 3 points.
I'm not
today.
in a hurry to finish this one, like not at all, not at all. I've still got, I can still buy another one without having to get more XP. I can still,
Yeah, but
Actually,
not
got
everybody.
16
Well, the
XP
other-
I have.
and he can as
So-
well.
The other question is, if we are walking out of an airlock to the obelisk,
Uh-huh.
how are we going to deal with Zapti and or Davudon on
Interrupting
the way
us.
there, at that point, and on the way back?
Mm.
Because Davud, if that note, that haiku, was an indication, Davudon is expecting to meet us there. Now, does that mean he knows we have the tablet? Does that
He
mean
doesn't know
he's
when.
got
He doesn't know
trackers
when
somehow?
either. He doesn't know
Well,
when we're going
that's
to do
another question. How
Unless
does
he's got
he have
eyes on us, of
contacts
Unless
course.
he's
in-
feed off Silas.
That's the point. Or he has other contacts in the Navigators Guild who will monitor the access.
Maybe no Silas.
All this is something to worry about.
it. It's something to think of when prepping, definitely.
So if you want to not
Could
have
we
to
get
go
an
through the
official-
chasm. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Could we get an official access time agreed, and at the same time get an unofficial access time earlier so we
Ah.
can sneak out?
Get one time put on the record and one time not on the record, sort of thing.
Yes, that might minimise the risks.
Have a time on the books,
So
but
throw them off a
actually,
little bit.
go half
Yeah,
an hour,
yeah.
Yeah,
half
like
an hour earlier.
go in like the afternoon, but
so
we go
if
in the morning or go to
so
the
if
morning.
somebody goes
yeah.
looking for us, we've already been.
How would you do that though?
Bribe Silas.
Ask Silas to make an official appointment for us at such and such a time.
At 2 o'clock, but,
and
short,
an
but we're actually
unofficial
going to go at
access
12 o'clock. Aye, like that.
So
Or the
that's
next
gonna
day.
that's gonna require a meeting with Silas, which will eat
Agreed.
into some of your open shifts, which you can probably set up tomorrow if
But
you
we've
would
got
rather
time
have a
for
meeting
that.
with him
We've got time for
first.
that.
Yeah, I'll say I could say that we need
got
a
time
meeting
for it.
tomorrow. Set up a
Okay.
meeting tomorrow that we need to talk.
Mm-hmm. We can
So
try and arrange
let
that.
us. I mean,
Because
we
that,
can
I mean,
we can
that
do
is
that.
a major concern.
Sure.
Because if the Zapti get involved, well, I mean, what the hell do we do? They're
So-
acting
yeah.
unofficially.
So let's
They're
say
against the explorers and against the Coriolites, but they've got guns.
Davidon's got a contact in the Navigators Guild who is not Silas, right? So let's say it's somebody else other than Silas. He's going to then see, oh, they're coming at 12 o'clock. And he's going to wait for us at 12 o'clock. So we go at 10 o'clock instead of 12
Right.
o'clock. Just exactly that, eh?
Mhm.
We're really going at 10,
Well,
but it
that's
says
why I
we're
was
going at
asking,
12.
how long does it take us to get out there? Because we're going to have to
It
get
takes
out there.
it takes about an hour on foot. Now, there are
Yep.
some other things though that I need to deal with your concerns, right? So generally you're going to be exiting from the first ring of the chasm, which means you'll be passing through parts of the city where carrying a firearm is probably not a smart idea.
Mhm.
However, there are other methods to get to the surface. You could potentially, if you want to, this soon, tap First Servant Nema and ask her if you can pass through the Sanctum,
The Sanctum.
through one of their access points to the surface, and allow you
Carry it.
passage through the Sanctum via direct route with your weapons, just on the off chance that you get assaulted on the surface.
Yep.
Which
Another option
I will
would
tell you
be-
right now, you don't even need to roleplay. Like, she will make that happen for
She
you
would say
because she
yes.
understands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another option would be to hire a shuttle to take us out.
Well,
to the
or
surface.
just take your own.
Hmm.
But then you'd have to get clearance to take your shuttle.
I would go down the Coriolites way because there's actually have no jurisdiction there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well have them.
just
I think
get our
going,
weapons.
going through the Sanctum is the best bet, like, to get our weapons through.
Okay.
But
we-
if we still
but
talk
but
to
but,
them
but
and set something up that they think we're going to go this way, we can still go to the other way.
We could send a message to someone saying, on this day, we're going to go here to meet some people. On the day that we're going to go to.
Well, here's the thing.
surface.
Talking to Navigator Silas isn't getting you access to the airlocks on the first ring. Anybody can do that. Talking to
it's
Navigator
getting us
Silas
access.
is getting you access to the site, which is guarded
Which
24/7.
we've done. We've
by-
made a
hull
deal that we
guards.
can get that. We've just to pick a date.
But you just need to set up the time, right?
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
made a
that's
deal
what we're
for
doing.
that.
So going off what Max just said, though, what I mean is if we, like, I could send a message to my guy in the Machinist Guild, say,
Yeah.
I want to come and meet you, or we want to come and meet you to speak about this thing, whatever, and send it through the official channels. But then when Rico speaks to, what was the guy's name? I keep forgetting his name.
Silas.
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 When you say we need to talk, verbally you can say, right, this is what we need to do.
Mhm.
You're not sending any official messages with time, date, anything like
Right.
that. If they're tracking us, they'll go to where I've arranged
But
to
they
meet
might
the
not be
Machinist
tracking
Guild.
us. They might be tracking the Obelisk. They might be tracking the Navigators Guild.
But, yeah,
might be doing it a number of
exactly,
ways.
yeah. But like I say, with the Navigators Guild, if we verbally speak to Silas rather than say over the ticker tape messaging, we need
Right.
to come and see the Obelisk on this day. We just say we need to talk to you. Come to our ship or we'll
Right.
meet somewhere.
So Max is going to go talk to Silas and set up for a certain time.
Yes.
And
Well,
he's
hang on a second.
Yep.
As far as Silas is concerned, he's got to give us access through the guards to the obelisk.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Now,
like,
the
yeah,
question is there any way that itself can be obscured?
right. So
Like,
you can
like
ask
can
Silas.
he give us something? That's it. Can he give us something that we can take to the guards, show them, and that gives us access without having to make a record in the diary, grant them
Oh, I
access
see.
at 2 o'clock on such and such.
yeah,
a
it's a
day.
secret, like a
That's the-
note that comes up to, hey, your boss said we can come in.
Right.
This is perfect.
Well,
we
first of
go
all,
in.
You're assuming hull guards have the same kind of equipment that Coriolis guards have.
Yeah,
They
I
do
know.
not.
Yeah, I know.
So
It's just something proof to say like, hey, this
Right.
is like former writing or something that
So-
we have from them.
best option there is to, rather than have it scheduled, to get Silas to give you some kind of a call sign or radio call that you can make as you approach the site to let the guards know that you're allowed, right?
Passwords.
And that's probably doable.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll have to speak to Silas about that to get
but
it.
you have to speak to Silas,
Now-
right? You don't want to have that over ticker, probably.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Yes. In which
And he
case,
might ask
I would
for more.
say, well, if he asks for more,
He's already
How
getting
much are our skins
25%, the
worth?
greedy fucker. You can shut up. He's already taking 25%.
Well,
Just
what
use
it
the
is,
words. Use the words.
Man
we'll
wants
look
to
after
move
you.
up. Man wants to move
no.
up.
So what it is,
He'll look after you. That's good.
I can send him the information about meeting with me. I will have Edris with me because he's a better talking. He's a better probably negotiator than I am. So both of us can meet him in like a neutral location, and we talk it from there and get it, planned out. And after that,
Okay,
we let
so-
everybody else know.
I just want to. These are all great ideas, but like this is a bunch of side stuff, and I just want to kind of get it handled so that next session we can get into the meat, right? So
yeah.
you're gonna meet with Silas with Edris to try and talk him into just giving you a passcode or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Osric, are you gonna contact Nema and ask for passage through the Sanctum
Will do.
to the surface? Okay.
Will do.
That happens. Like she's like, yes, it makes sense, absolutely. From what you can see on maps that you have access to, it's going to be roughly about the same amount of time from the Sanctum's surface access as it would be from the dome to get to the Obelisk. So that's a bit of a wash, but at least you'll be able to bring weapons with you.
Yes.
So that's fine. That happens. Edris, why don't you give us an empathy roll with like actor and a bonus die from Rico helping you out to try and make a deal with Silas to get him to, rather than schedule it, and you explain it to him. Look, we need this not to be on paper, and there are reasons why. It's not that we don't trust you. We
It's for
just,
security reasons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me an empathy
actor,
plus
and a
one.
bait plus one.
Yeah.
Here's one.
Oh, you come on now. Come on now.
Oh,
I'm not
no,
having this.
zero. I was looking at that.
Oh no! Oh, can you undo that? I meant to click push. Can that be undone? Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna let you roll it again.
Okay, thank you.
You
I
had
meant
no
to push
ones, but we
I
are gonna
noticed.
treat this as a push. So if you roll any ones, you're gonna lose some hope.
that.
So
Okay.
go ahead and roll it
Ooh.
again.
Oh, did you add me?
Actor.
Yeah, he did.
Plus one.
Okay. Oh.
There we go.
Okay,
Two
still no
sixes.
ones and 2 successes. Good. All right. You are gonna lose 1 hope because it's always at least 1 hope to push.
Do you want me to knock that down then? Yeah.
Yeah, just knock it down 1.
Yeah.
And even though you'll probably get it back over the next 2 days, right? Because
Yeah.
So anyway, you go with Osric. You guys talk to Silas. With 2 successes, he says, "Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem," and he gives you a code phrase and says that you will need to, someone will need to step forward and, basically radio the guards once you're within. He says before you mount the first rise, you'll need to radio the guards, give them the code phrase. They will have been instructed that your party is there for a inspection of the obelisk, and you are to be given access to the obelisk and basically to be left alone while you proceed.
Cool. What's the call
So-
for call sign? Are we just saying we say the call sign, or
The
Is it
code
specific?
phrase is
Banana pancakes.
no. The code phrase is Silas Ruck 1.
He's number one. Fucking number one.
And again, he says, before you mount the first rise. So keep that
Yeah.
in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys take care of that.
Mhm.
We'll go ahead and give experience now, and then if you guys want to spend some stuff now too, we're basically going to fast forward so that next session we start on the 20th.
So we're doing the XP first before we do training, in case we can spend more, basically.
Yeah, basically because you have 2 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me, because I can only buy one level just now. But
Okay,
two-
so
two
did
more
you
and I can buy
participate?
two.
Yes. Did you roleplay your quirk? Well,
I
Osric
did.
did.
No,
you?
I didn't have any
Osric-
Syrah.
Osric,
Yeah, I didn't think you did.
No, Osric did, yeah, Osric did.
Osric
I
did. Oziel did. But Rico and Edris did not.
No.
Did you explore an unknown location? I don't know if going to...
The
Coriolis
Sanctum?
place.
I don't
The
think
inner
that
sanctum,
counts as
does that count? No?
Because you weren't really exploring. You were just now.
Shame. I would have said give the three of them one for that because I know
Neutral-
it well.
We've never been.
No,
You did
yeah.
make a point to say none of you have ever seen this place before. We did explore a new
You did say
location,
that.
so maybe
He's
the
trying to weasel my extra point.
Steward's
The rest-
inquiry coming
Okay.
the rest of us
okay,
were
I'll
not
give the
Osric.
three
Can
of
get
you-
that one.
I'll give you the 3 of you one for that.
Yay.
So we've got
weasel now.
2. We've got 2 for Dave, 2 for
Yep.
Max, 3 for Oliver, 2 for David. Did you investigate a mystery? Yes, everybody gets 1 for that. So 3s and 4. Did you instigate or partake in intrigue? No, I don't think so. Not this time.
No, I don't think so.
Did you help another explorer? Max did.
Yes.
1 more for
yes.
Max.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you overcome a difficult challenge? No. Did you interact with your affiliated faction through your contact or background?
I technically did, and I think
Max did.
No, but I know Dave did too.
Dave did.
I was going.
Dave
I was.
did.
I was going to, but
David did.
we never got to it.
So, where does that put us? Oliver's at
Me.
4. Max is
I think 5.
okay. Sure.
Yeah, because I'm at 3.
3. Well, if you're at 3,
Nice.
then that means Max is only at 4,
Not sure
Okay,
for as
yeah,
well, I think.
yeah.
and Oliver's at 4.
I
and
think I'm at
David is at 4. Yeah.
No, because Max.
So-
Didn't Max contact his guy? Andy helped me, so
Yes.
we got the extra.
You
Oh
can't
yeah,
get
that's
the
right. So
silence.
Max is at
Yeah,
5.
for
Yeah,
5.
Max is
Nice,
at 5.
nice.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
at 12.
So now you do have 2 days. We're just going to assume everybody's healed up because, well, I don't know. What is your health at, Oliver?
I'm down to 5 out of 8. So
You're
I've
down
got, 5.
and
I'm down 2
and
5.
you get 1
5
back
of 8.
every shift.
So I've got more than 3 shifts. So I'll get the I'll get
More
the
than
3
3
back.
shifts, so you're
Yeah.
going to be fine.
Okay.
And
Stop
what's-
moving around. Lie down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
what?
put your feet, lift your feet up a bit.
And what's
Drink
hope?
this chicken soup.
Hope is a roll per shift, isn't it?
Hope is a D6 every time you rest,
So
right?
2d6 will be resting twice, right?
3 times actually
3,
before you
okay.
go. Because you're going to rest tonight, you're going to rest tomorrow night, you're going to rest the night
Okay,
after
so
night, and then
I
it's
hope's
20th.
definitely back up to full.
Oh, we're
Let's-
rolling them all now, are we?
Well, since I'm 3 down, 3d6 means I'm back
Yeah,
up.
you'll be, yeah.
I'm on
So-
the
You
two,
Still,
so I
you
might
still
as well
even
just
3
refill
1s,
it.
you're good.
I've got 12 XP. The first talent I wanted to spend on was a combat one actually, and I wanted to get Pistolier.
Yep. So,
Oh, did we get any crew points
I
by
mean,
the
that
way
would-
before we start spending these? Did we get crew points?
I wouldn't have thought so. We didn't really.
Don't think so.
think
Just
maybe
want to double
one.
check.
I think maybe one. I don't know, there was something about
No.
the bird, right?
No.
No
Hey,
coup points.
Okay. Okay, so I wanna get Pistolier
Yep.
1 level.
Pistolier is easy enough to do. You could go to like Corrosion Bay
Will that
or
might cost me
the
some money to get
Haze,
training
go to
in
a
that
gun
one.
shop. Oh no, it doesn't
No?
cost you anything.
Okay.
No.
So I'm taking that. For 5. So I'm down to 7. Anybody else doing talents? I'm doing another one, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
I
what
thought.
Yeah, you might as well
Off.
spend all the experience you can.
Yeah.
I was going to say, are
got
you
enough
going? Are
shifts
you
to
going
do it.
through yours, or are you doing it one at a time, or what?
Well, I mean, this is assuming you take time during the shifts to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
you do
what
have to.
I also wanted to take Survivor because it's really handy for anyone.
Oh, I got that.
Somebody needs to do some repairs though on some weapons.
Yep.
That's what I'm planning to do.
So I'm training Pistolier and Survivor.
All right, let me look up repairs. 75.
Down to 2
Carrying damage to a
XP.
vehicle, that's a vehicle. One equipment. Why would you send me specifically there? It's weird. Well, I think it's the same.
Fast reflex is always a good one for somebody who wants to go first in combat.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do I have driver?
So I've got Artifact Specialist, Pistolier, and Survivor. 3 new talents this session.
Seriously?
What are other people looking at, talents-wise?
Tough is my first one.
I'm looking at Glyph Scholar. If I can get that from the Explorers Guild.
Yeah, I think so. That'd be easy enough.
Let's go.
What? I mean, I don't know if anybody want to do this when it's called intuition. Once per session, you may ask your GM to give you a
Saw that
vague
one.
but useful guidance.
No, I
No,
don't think we're going to go
nobody
with
gets
one.
that.
No.
Nobody
Okay,
gets
I
that.
didn't know. Yeah, okay. I didn't know
I always find that to be a waste.
GM
I know,
feedback,
I
no
was
one's
just-
getting it.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I see Glyph Scholar. Okay, what were you
No,
tough?
nobody gets
What
that
what
one.
what
Yeah.
what group is tough in Dave?
Tough is in resilience.
Resilience.
Yeah, it's in the bottom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just an extra health point per level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I get that off Osric? Because now he knows the nurse talent. Could I
No, because it's a
Nice.
different talent.
spend a bit of time with Osric? It's medical.
Yeah, it's fine.
Show me how to take care of myself and live properly while he's smoking his cigarettes.
Right.
No,
exactly.
no
It's like-
cigarettes.
It's
Smoke
tobacco,
these
sorry, it's
instead.
tobacco.
Nice.
So I'll have that.
What about you, Max? You buying any more?
I don't know. I'm looking at the Sixth Sense one.
Six
You can't
Sense.
be surprised. You can't be. Yeah, because you can't be attacking by surprise. It means that an attacker of a sneak attack doesn't get any bonus against you, and you're also able to block the attack. And when being ambushed, you draw initiative normally.
Yeah, I've got that one. It's really good.
Yeah, that's it.
I've got 6 cents.
Well, I would say if you guys want to, is maybe 0G training because you'd be out in space, you might go.
Yeah, that's always going to be handy for anybody as well. You're right.
I'm going to head out, and I'm going to acquire the jury rig talent.
That's a good one.
So I will head over because I've got friends in the machinist guild,
Yeah.
so I'd know somebody there. So I'll take jury rig.
Be yourself, David.
Huh? Hammer.
You did
Well, that's a hammer,
you
right?
did Glyph Scholar, wasn't it?
Correct. And I have a book of glyphs as well.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna increase my
And
force
that-
by 1.
And
You're gonna
that
do
gives
what?
me a +2.
I'm gonna increase my force from a 1 to a 2, so that's gonna be 10 experience.
Which one?
Correct. If you're going to 2, it's 10 points of experience.
What one
Yep.
are you increasing, Max? Sorry, so that I can read it.
Force.
Force. What's
it's,
that on?
one that allows lift, brush, or break something heavy or solid.
And what's that on? Resilience talents? No.
Yep.
Yeah. Force. Oh
it
yeah.
is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. +1 to lift, push, or break. So you're gonna put that from level 1 to level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Strong man.
Oh, be strong man. Yeah, I like that.
What were you saying, David?
It's good to have somebody on the team that's nice and strong.
Just looking at if I've got Glyph Scholar plus a book of glyphs, which would give me 9 dice on logic rolls.
A lot of dice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you can only
Plus
get
an extra reroll.
you can only get your skill. You can have 1 talent dice and 1 set of gear dice. 1 set of talent dice could be a number of dice, and 1 set of gear dice can be a number of dice. Making your dice pool, so you've got a 9 on that if you're using that. That's a big dice pool.
Oh, does he have the smart one where it allows you to reroll the logic?
Yeah, me and Dave both have that
I
one. I
believe
think.
so. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we both got
Okay.
that. We've got a couple of matching ones. Me and Dave. We're the bookworms.
Well, I would say probably maybe getting one that increases maybe either the heart, the health, or the one of those.
They're all good. They're all excellent for anybody. Those ones, yeah. What I've found with this is that reading the talents, they're almost all of them seem like, oh, that's really good. Like, oh, I can't live without that one. Like you look at them all and you're like,
Yeah,
oh, I
they're,
can't.
they're all very good in
Yeah,
very
yeah,
specific
exactly,
situations.
yeah.
Each one you're like, oh, I can't really live without that. If this situation comes up, and each one of them looks equally valuable, and it's kind of hard to pick because they all look equally valuable.
I think I might take Thug at one point just for the hell of it.
Thug.
Because instead of empathy, I could do strengths instead of just to threaten somebody.
Okay. Finally found repairing equipment. So do we want to
Oh,
do
okay.
repairs? What needs to be repaired?
Yes. My
I've got
hammer,
a sword
somebody's
and
gun, and
a
a sword.
gun. A fusillade pistol
Okay,
and
so-
a short sword.
So you can do this on your ship. Your ship is considered to have a basic workshop. There is a fitting you can buy later for your ship that gives you a bonus, but it is a logic roll
Oh, ooh, it is logic.
and any applicable talent.
I have mechanic, jury rig.
I think mechanic would work.
And
Or
plus
jury.
I have heavy tools. If that's going to use
What is it?
heavy tools.
Not heavy tools. Heavy tools would be like for big jobs, not repairing.
I don't think I've got
items.
any. I don't think I've got
Okay.
any
You want
talents.
like a regular
that-
toolkit.
I don't think I've got any talents
Okay.
that come into play, but I do have a 6 in logic. So it's still worth a
So
roll.
basically one of you can help the other as well, and
What's
it
your-
kind of comes down to a wash. Because I think
Mine's in 6 too because I have a logic of 5 and mechanics of 1.
and mechanic of 1. Yeah.
It's the same. There's
So
no- well, fixing things is
it's
your
kind
thing.
of up to you guys who wants to roll.
I'll assist you, Max. You're the
'Cause you'll
repairing
be-
things guy. I'll let you do my stuff as well.
Okay.
I'll
Okay, so
assist.
Max, you're gonna do that with mechanic, and you get to add a bonus die for getting assistance from Oliver.
Are you wanting them to roll 3 separate times for the 3 separate things that we're fixing?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you fail, there are effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you need to see what one you're doing first then, Max. You've got a hammer, you've got a pistol, and you've got a sword.
I'm gonna do my hammer first.
Okay.
Alright. So
Oh yeah,
assistance-
mechanic. +1 base die repairing vehicles and other mechanical devices. Absolutely. Yeah.
Alright, and with his assistance, it gives me a 1. 2.
That is a success, and that's all you need. So just accept it,
Okay.
and it is repaired. So you then need to go into your weapon and make sure that you move it back up. You have to edit the weapon. You'll have to do this for your stuff when he's done on yours.
I've got
But
my
yeah, so
stuff
basically
sitting
you
in
right click on it, hit edit, go to config, and make sure that the bonus is equal to the maximum bonus.
Okay.
Like right now, the power sledge is at 1. You need to
Yeah.
improve that to 3, and then you can just
Okay.
close that, and it should be fixed.
There you go. Alright. I go to his sword.
Okay.
See what I can do
Okay.
with it. And what's nice is my mechanics go, I can add that to my hammers.
Okay, that's a success. So the sword is fully repaired.
Config, damage 0. Okay.
No, not damage.
No.
Where is it on your equipment page?
It's not. It's in the. It's on the Maria, the grasshopper.
Oh, it's on the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always edit it there. Is that talent? Mechanic.
So yeah, the bonus should be set to 2, because the maximum bonus is 2.
Mhm. Right. So change that back to 2 for it to be fixed. Right. Okay.
Yep.
So that's
Yep.
that fixed. It's not in my inventory. It's there
And-
currently, but and that's a fail. You can
I'm
push
gonna
that.
push.
And this is
That's
for
what I
the
wanted to do.
pistol.
Yep.
Okay. So that should have fusillade pistol, same place. It's in the.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the thing. What should that have as a bonus? 3, yeah, 'cause it says there maximum 3. Okay, so that's
Yep.
back up to 3 now.
Okay.
Well, I
So
only rolled
just-
two.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I say I only rolled 2d6 because it was 2 days I needed. So can I roll that last d6 for the third day?
What did you roll on the 2d6?
A 12.
Which would have fully healed you even
Yeah,
with this
yeah.
3 lost, right? So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just stay full. I did want to answer something you said, Max. Mechanic does not also apply to the hammer,
Really?
because not the power sledge, because the power sledge is a weapon. It is not a tool.
Oh, okay.
The power sledge.
Unless you use
that's-
it for kind of hit. Well, you could be using it to kind of bash the.
If
shuttle
you're
to get
using it to
the
bash
engine
something
started.
open, sure.
Okay.
But if you're using it in combat, it is a weapon, which is why you took the pole arm. You don't get to add pole arm and mechanic.
Well, no,
You know
I
what
was
I'm
just
saying?
looking at it. Yeah.
So pole arm is what applies to pole arms is what applies to the power sledge in combat, not mechanic.
Okay, well, because the mechanic says you get a +1 to die per repairing vehicles and mechanical devices. You also get a +1 dice per talent level to combat rolls when fighting into any kind of tools such as drills, hammers, and cutting torches.
Tools.
That's the
A
same.
power sledge is a weapon. It's not a tool.
Oh, okay. So if it's just a regular basic hammer.
If it's just a hammer that you pick up or like your pick,
Yeah.
then mechanic could apply to that.
Okay.
But even then, like let's say that a power sledge was classed as a tool. It's not, but let's say it was. You
Yeah.
would still have to pick between do I use mechanic
no,
or
that's-
do I use pole arms?
Okay.
Because
No,
you
no,
can't do both. You can never apply 2 talents to the same role.
Okay. No, that's no problem. That's why I was just generally asking. Because I just saw that. I was
But
just
no,
like,
a power sledge is a weapon.
okay.
Mainly because to use a power sledge takes more skill.
Mhm.
Because you have to know when to activate it, you have to know how to adjust for the swing of the power. Like, it is a weapon, it's not a tool.
Okay.
So only pole arms applies to that. It's a good
Thank you for
thought,
that
though.
Yeah, I was just wanted to get that clarified because I didn't yeah.
Yeah, if you want to just get yourself a sledgehammer that isn't as good as a power sledge, then we can talk about you using mechanic, but you already have pole arms, so
Yeah.
just use pole arms. All right, so I think that's everybody's improvements, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I did
think
some
so,
inventory
yeah.
and management as well. I put my brass knuckles in the craft, and I took the fixed sword out. Now I have the sword on me.
So that brings up a
Can
good
I
point. You
ask-
might. Yeah, go ahead, David.
Is heirloom communicator on the equipment list anywhere? If not, can
I'll
you
I'll
it
add
on
it.
to my
Yeah,
equipment?
I'll add it,
Thank
Mhm.
you.
and it'll be tiny, so it won't take up any space for you. But yeah, since we're talking about equipment, if you want to do that now, this might be a good idea to shuffle things around in preparation for going to the surface. So make sure you have your armor on you, make sure you have any weapons you want to bring. Garita has taken her stuff with her, so the only weapons you have access to are
Mhm.
the ones that are on the ship or the rover. So it looks
Okay.
like there's a cricket in there, there's another pistol in there. There's
Yeah.
some brass knuckles that
'Cause-
technically are
so-
Oliver's,
so
but
the
I'm sure
knuckles are
he
mine.
wouldn't
The pi-
mind people using.
The pistol is an extra one because I took one from the Razad and already had one, so that's why there's an extra pistol now. And I've left my knuckles.
Which one are
in...
you using? Are you using the one with the black toad sticker on it, or
No.
not?
No, I'm using the normal one that's not got a black toad sticker on it. That one there
It
has
doesn't
got...
have the black toad skin?
Yeah, that one that's in the ship, that's got the black toad skin on it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what about acquiring anything before we go out? Is nothing like
You have time to do some shopping as well, sure.
Okay.
There's also an extra fusillade pistol on the ship, or on the rover. There's a smoke grenade on the rover. There's a
Nice.
fusillade rifle on the rover. I think those might have been Garitas, actually.
Yeah, I think those are good
Yeah, I think
items.
you
So
left- Yeah.
I will say Garita did leave them on the ship, so they're there for you to access if any of you want to.
Okay. I'm
Max's
suppose-
exosuit is on the
yeah,
ship.
I'm putting that back on.
Do you think I ought to carry a weapon?
Yes,
I say hesitantly.
yes.
Probably a
taking
good idea.
Okay.
I'm taking the pistol and
Why?
the brass knuckles.
Uh,
You might
fact,
want something as a last resort.
I might
Rick, just in
reconfigure that because
case.
I might not need a throwing weapon, a pistol, and a melee weapon when I'm not really a fighter. I might reconfigure that later, but there's time for that.
There's time. But yeah, there'll be time to shop as well, to buy a few things here and there. Again, keeping in mind restriction levels.
Oh no, I was gonna get like a pair of binoculars. It's one of those. It helps with perception.
I see. Okay.
When we
So yeah,
when
that should be
we
fine.
head to the surface, are we going to try and disguise or take off our
The
Let's
explorer
put the guild-
badges and stuff.
the
Your
guild
identifiers
logos
are
and
just,
things
they're
like that?
essentially like patches. They can be removed if
Mhm.
you want to.
Imagine it's just a Velcro thing.
just in case.
Yeah.
Or it could be a bandana you just tie around it. But like, there you go.
But
As
that
long
could
as it
slip
can't be
off.
seen or recognised.
Yeah. Imagine it's just like a Velcro patch that we can tear off.
I'm good now. I've still got
So
some
am I.
XP points left over, but I'll bank them for next time.
I only got 2, so
See
I'm
what
good.
goes on.
Yeah, don't keep in mind, you gotta bank them if you
I'm-
want to start going up to level 2. You need
I'm
10.
down to 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do. I'm down to
And then
2.
15 to get to level 3 on something.
Mm-hmm. I'm good
Okay,
for now, though.
so if that is the case, then I think we'll probably call the session for today, and we'll, if we need to buy a couple of things or move some equipment around before we get started next time, I think we will start next time with the assumption that we are
Heading to the obelisk.
going to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided that we're doing this during the second shift on the 20th, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm just going to advance time there.
That'll be like, what, about noon? Something like that?
It'd be like noon, yeah.
Okay.
And we will see if your gambits to distract and dissuade and confuse work.
We'll see. Fantastic.
Okay. Also, you might want to start looking at some of the ship fittings next time as well.
I was having a look through that earlier on today.
To the book. If you don't, then you can just do it while we're online. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff you can add to your ship and your rover.
Nice.
Which become much more important when you're out there using them, for sure. But,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the session, Brian. Thank you,
Yeah.
David and Max for joining me for the session. Was another great one. Can't wait for the next one. To the viewers, thank you very much for watching. This was session 9, Flowers of Algorab. We'll be back in 2 weeks for session 10. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.